Okay, it's Friday morning. I'm excited. The first of its kind. F It Friday, where, you know, I give some takes and we do a call-in segment as well. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a fun one. Some of these are less thought out than others, but you know what? That's a-okay. That is fine. I just realized I don't have the chat. Oh boy. All right, I gotta pull that up. This is gonna be a thing. It's too early for this. Too early to yell about opinions on the internet. But here we are. Geez, my first opinion should be Ford versus Ferrari is overrated. I'll tell you that. It's an easy one. That's a gimme. But yeah, let me turn the music down. I always forget to do that. Geez, man, I wish I waited to bring up. We got Giants fan 10 here. What is up, man? Music is loud. Yeah, no, I fixed it. I fixed it. Thank you, though. But yeah, man. What was I saying? Lost it. Anyways. Anyways, it is a Friday morning, and two of the Jets is better than, if anything, is better than Fields. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not a bad take, honestly. Yeah, man. It's more thought out than what I was gonna say, which we'll get to that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list out my opinions and takes, and just kind of live with it. And then afterwards, we'll open the Hunna's hotline. If anyone wants to, you know, debate, give their 2 cents, we can do our little first take thing. It'll be cool. I'm excited. Yeah, like I said, some of these are underbaked, but I got 10 here. So some of them, I believe in all of these. The Bears are moving to Indy. I saw it's a possibility. I didn't see that it's like a done deal. Is it like confirmed? Is it confirmed? Is that what we're talking here? I feel like that would be headline news. Yeah, no, this is... Wow. Meaningful step forward. SB Nation draw. And then nothing official has happened. The betrayal moving to Indiana will be a soulless betrayal of a city that loves them. Yeah, no, this is just a very spirited article about a Bears fan who doesn't want them to leave. I get that. Look, I get that. I'm sure there's a lot of money involved. I'm sure, you know, the little guy's getting screwed yet again, but whatever. Boy, this is a hell of an article. Jeez. You know, this is an interesting story. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna like read it on stream. This is an interesting story. Two of the Rams, so we could take over after Stafford retires. It's another good one. It's another good one. I like Nate putting Tua in the title for these. I feel like Tua really gets the people going. I feel like everyone's got an opinion on Tua, which is just so strange to me. But we do. 2 more teams and they can be a whole division. Wait. Oh yeah, no, in Indy, yeah. Weird, man. Weird. Like shoot, man. I don't even know what city were they going to? Hammond? I think it was Hammond, Indiana. Is that yeah, Hammond, Indiana. That's the city. I asked last night. I don't think anybody's been to Hammond, Indiana, but I'm certainly not going to go to watch the stupid Bears play. Stadiums are weird, man. Stadiums are weird. Owners suck. It's funny because when I made my owner video, like a little under a year by now, I think maybe a year, just about. It was the first video I made of last off season, and after I posted, I was like, "This, god damn, bro, this already happened, man. This stupid battery, dude. I'm freaking out. Oh boy. Well, if that's gonna keep happening, whatever. It's become a horror stream at this point. Honestly, jeez. What I was saying was, when I made that owner video, I thought, I think this is a little too socialist for me. And now here we are a year later, and I'm like, pretty much all my videos are just me connecting politics to sports and how everything sucks. Huh. That's weird. And I stand by everything I said. Stadiums kill people and are not good for an overall city's ecosystem, but it also hurts people when teams leave, especially teams like the Chicago Bears. It would be like the Lakers leaving LA. No, it wouldn't be. But it would be like, it would be like, oh boy. Not even the Bills leaving Buffalo. I think that's one of the more iconic franchises in the NFL. I think you got the Cowboys, you got the New York Football Giants, of course. I'm just Packers. I think Bears are right there. I really do. Like, I'm not, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, I mean, am I missing anyone? I feel like those are the most iconic franchises. Like, I'm not, you know, I said Dallas, maybe Philly, but I doubt it. Again, Bears have been around for so long. Patriots, maybe. Shador, I don't know. If Green Bay left Green Bay, that would be heartbreaking. I gotta say, John, you gotta be happy about this, man, because, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. And it looks like the NFC North is gonna be on fire next year. Not in a good way. It was supposedly on the border. Well, that's healthy. It's like having 3 New York teams, only one place in New York. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, okay, listen, though. Listen. Try building a football stadium in Manhattan. I feel like GF10 can vouch for that. Like, good luck. Good luck, dude. The fact that Yankee Stadium and the Garden are just like in smack dab in the middle of the city is wild to me. But honestly, hey man, look, the Jets need to get the hell out. The Jets need to get the hell out. That should be one of my takes, honestly. The Jets need to move. Would anyone be really upset if the Cardinals left Arizona? They probably should. They probably should. I mean, I'd be a little upset. I frankly would be a little upset. I like the Cardinals Stadium. I like going to Cardinals games because they're cheap. And sometimes, maybe, just maybe, the Giants can win if they come to town. But their owner sucks. Their stadium's the smallest in the NFL, and Kyler Murray. So I mean, again, I feel like if we were to power rank teams, that wouldn't be a big deal if they left. Like, I mean, I feel like there's a very set border between teams that like should stay where they are forever, like the teams I mentioned, including some others. Philly, the Saints, the Rams, I guess. The Dolphins, you got to have a team in Miami. The Steelers. Steelers are probably more iconic than the Bears. My bad. Steelers. And I'll tell you, man, Vikings probably. Colts, maybe not. Seahawks probably got to stay. If Seattle loses another team, that would be a heartbreaker. Yeah, I mean, I think there's about 10 to 12 teams that you really don't want to see leave their stadium/city. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to die if the Falcons get out of town. I mean, again, the Falcons probably aren't a good example there, though. If the Titans didn't build a new stadium, I don't think anyone would be shocked. The Jets need to leave. I'm just looking at the hill now. The Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are a mixed bag. TBH, if you want to get a stadium in New York City, it would have to take like a decade, but they could definitely do it not in Manhattan, though. All right. Let's get the wheels turning on this, then. Let's do it. Kyler Murray is the best quarterback available this offseason. By what metric? By what metric? I'd argue he's probably, I don't want to say the worst, but least valuable. I'd say Kyler Murray's a negative asset at this point, given his contract, injury history, and lack of overall talent. Like maybe Tua, but I mean Tua can make the playoffs, man. Tua can run an offense. Tua, you know. I should start talking about my takes. I feel like I like kind of want to like abridge my take. Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay. All right, now I got my 10 takes organized. Malik Willis or Kyler Murray? Malik Willis. Malik Willis, especially when you factor in contract. Okay. So here's my first take. Here's my first take as we, you know, but back to Tua. He's not as bad as people think, but I put him on the same level as Brock Purdy. Whoa. Whoa, man. Tua on the same level as Brock Purdy and Jordan Love. That's rich. Wow. It's a bunch of space in NYC of empty buildings because no one can afford housing in this godforsaken country. Yeah, man. I saw a couple shorts about those billionaires buildings, the billionaires row with those tall buildings that shake and have trash chutes that don't have any kind of like stops or buffer. So every time you drop trash, it sounds like a cannon being shot off. That would be odd. But most like of billionaires row is vacant because money's an illusion and everything is just a scheme to avoid taxes in the big 2026. Anyways. Are you guys having a good morning? I'm having a good morning. My phone did not charge last night. Nice. Okay. Here's my first take. Since hey, look, Jeff and I are going to go back on back to back on these quarterbacks. Kyler, look at this 2024 season. You can't tell me those are bad numbers. Those are average to above average numbers. I mean, look, they're average. That's what we're arguing for. Average to get paid what 5th or 6th highest in the NFL. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're just straight up ignoring the contract thing. Like, I mean, Kyler, I'm pulling up the over. I swear, man, Kyler Murray and Tua over the cap. I should just like bookmark these tabs at this point. Yeah, Kyler. Okay, so in 17 games, he threw 21 touchdowns, 11 picks. Yeah, you're right. It's not awful. Just less than 4,000 yards, sacked 30 times. Not awful. But the Cardinals didn't do well at all. Like, they didn't win. They didn't win. And then that year, by the way, he was $49 million against the cap. So when you factor that in against a guy like Malik Willis, who definitely will not get 50 a year, and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Eye test. Also, let's not, and you can't just cherry pick stats. Kyler's been hurt a lot, and it doesn't feel like that's going to stop anytime soon. Tua isn't much worse than Purdy. I'm always mainly an indictment on Purdy. That's mainly an indictment on Purdy. Guys, after that Bears game, I was bought in on Purdy. I've been telling everyone, I was bought in on Purdy. I really had fun watching that Niners Bears game. That was good. That was just quality. That was just quality football. That was the day Brock Purdy won me over. I don't think he's gonna ever win a Super Bowl, but that was the day he won me over, and that's why he's, I think, 6th in the hill, 7th. Yep, better than Caleb Williams, which would definitely change if we redid that. She doesn't do much worse because if he gets cut, contract doesn't matter. Right. Well, okay. Yes. In that scenario, yes. If Kyler gets cut and the Cardinals eat like all that dead money, $54 million of dead money, which I don't think they would do, then yes, I will argue that Kyler is a better option than Malik Willis. Malik Willis is getting 40 for 2 years. He's played less games than Shedeur Sanders. Well, okay. Well, he's played better than Shedeur Sanders. Let's not forget that. And I don't think that's true. Because he played last year too. Malik Willis has played, yeah, definitely has played more than Shedeur. Yeah, Malik Willis, he's played 11 games out of the last 2 seasons. And if you factor in the seasons before that, he's played 22. So that's objectively more than Shedeur. And he was just better last year. Look. Did you know Malik Willis hasn't thrown an interception since 2022? Even though he's played in 14 games? Just saying. Specifically the last 2 years, he's played 11, though. It sounds like I'm cherry picking. Last 2 years, he's played 11. Okay. Hasn't thrown a pick. 3 touchdowns. No picks. Sky high passer rating. Oh, God damn it. 9 total touchdowns. Darrell will be top 10 by 2027. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Broncos did with Russell Wilson $8 money. Yeah, well, the Cardinals aren't the Broncos, though. The Cardinals aren't an actual serious franchise. I'm glad. I wish we had like a Cardinals fan in here. I mean, I know we had Damien who popped in once or twice this season, but yeah, the Cardinals aren't a serious franchise. Come on. One of those games last year, they ran the ball the entire game too. What, for Shedeur or Willis? Started 6 games. The rest were coming in late into the game. Yeah, no, yeah, right. Well, look, he got the job done. He got the job done. When he was on the field, he did pretty damn well. And maybe you're right. Starts, it's not on here, but starts probably was more like 6, but still. And let's see what over the cap's estimating his contract to be. Yeah, they're saying like, I mean, they're saying 2.5. That's not right. He's definitely not going to get. He's not going to get 40 a year though. I can see Malik Willis getting 20 to 25 a year. What did Dan Jones get? Whatever, like Daniel Jones got what, 25? Dan Jones, he got, yeah, 14.5. Yeah, I think Malik Willis could get that done. I think he could get somewhere in the 20s. At tops, honestly. Tops. I think like 10 to 14 is about where Malik Willis is at on like a 2-year deal. Willis was like the second game of the season or after the game, or after Love got hurt. Yeah, no, let me. I'm just gonna pull up the ESPN stats. Actually, enough of this over the cap, half measure. Here we go. God, I haven't been on the ESPN website in a minute. Just feeling good about that. Okay. Let's see. Malik Willis, he was 50th in passing yards. That's not as great. Okay, so it was more like. So last season he started about 2 games, but he was good. He was good. 18 for 21, 288. I guess I should just show it. This is kind of disproving my point, but like he was good. Look. What? Okay. There we go. Look, he was good. 18 for 21, 288, touchdown. Not like jumping off the page. Got it done running the ball though. Two rushing touchdowns. Then he did well against Chicago. I mean, those are both losses, but still did well against Chicago. And then we go back to 2024, and this is where he played a little bit more. He started what, 3 games? So he started about 5 games. Yeah, you're right. He actually has played less than Shador. Of course, if we compare the stats, it's not going to be very close. But still, like, look, he doesn't put the ball in harm's way. He doesn't turn the ball over, right? He can move. He's efficient with the football, and that's really all you need. Look, we're going from Tua here, all right? This doesn't have to be like a slam dunk Hail Mary touchdown. You know what I mean? Dan Jones got for Willis. It was like, yeah, Dan Jones got like 15 mil. You were right about that, John. It was good, but it was super small sample size. That's why I'd said rather have Kyler Murray because he has more experience of proven football. I guess you could say that. You could say that. If the Cardinals cut Kyler Murray, then I'm not going to fight you on that argument. But if the Cardinals have to trade Kyler Murray, I don't think it's very close. That's my take on that. But anyways, let's get. I like to Malik to Arizona. He's too good for Miami. There you go. Yeah, he's too good for Miami, but he's good enough for Arizona. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody who's in here. Drop a like if you haven't already. F it Friday. I'm gonna make some takes, and then I'll let you guys kind of pick which takes you didn't like, and I will open the Hunnaball hotline, and we will get going on the debating. Okay, first take. Jeez, said the thing. Let me just pull up a picture here. I really should have done this ahead of time, but next time I will. Should have done this pulling up a picture ahead of time, but I didn't think about it until it was too late. Okay, here we go. All right. First take. The Texans have become specifically the Texans specifically CJ Stroud have become a little underrated. I think everybody's ripping on CJ Stroud. I said this last week. Everybody's ripping on CJ Stroud, and I understand he's not the best. I understand that he's easy to hate on because that whole Caleb Williams moment, and he's not super exciting to watch. But here's what I will say. I think if the Texans played the Patriots in a different environment, they would have won. Now, I know we don't live in a world of ifs. However, the Texans defense is for real. We know this. CJ Stroud has had good seasons. We know this. And I understand that they're not picking up his 5th-year option. I understand that they want to give him a year. But I think in a vacuum, even considering what CJ Stroud has lacked to do over the past couple seasons, it's still worth the Texans saying, to hell with it. Let's just re-sign this guy. Now, I don't think CJ Stroud would want to sign a contract at this point, but I think he's gotten a little underrated. And, people need to stop hating on the... Did I say overrated? I think I said overrated the first few times. The Texans, specifically CJ Stroud, have become underrated. And I really don't like the CJ Stroud hate. I think he's fine. He has his bad games, and I think that's what sours people on him. He relies on his defense a lot. But hey, there's about, 10 to 15 starting quarterbacks that rely on their defense. Look, everybody's talking about Sam Darnold, how awesome Sam Darnold is. If CJ Stroud doesn't turn the ball over, what's the difference? What's the difference? You know what I mean? What, Sam Darnold doesn't have a Rookie of the Year? And I don't want to live in the past here, but I really do think the Texans are for real. And I think everybody kind of ignoring them because the Jags are good and the Titans are frisky. And who else? The Colts had Dan Jones. Why does this keep happening with the damn camera? Gosh. Like, really? On a morning like this? On F It Friday? Really? Good God, man. But that's my first thing. Texans and CJ Stroud have become underrated, and I think they will easily, handedly win the division next year. All right, let me see. Number of teams with uncertain quarterback. Yeah, seriously. Browns are Malik Willis. I'm a little nervous about it. What? I mean, what is the downside? What is the downside of that? What is the Browns' floor at quarterback right now? Copyright strike from first day. CJ Stroud's not a bad quarterback. And that's another thing. I forgot to even mention that. The Texans' offensive line was hilariously bad. The Texans' offensive line, and I hate sounding like a Herbert fan here, where I'm saying, well, give the guy a break. His offensive line was bad. But the thing is, CJ Stroud didn't get MVP votes. What the hell? Like, if we're talking about grit and overcoming adversity, the Texans' offensive line has been a train wreck since the beginning of the season. I don't know what the hell they did. They traded Laramie Tunsil to save money, and now they have nothing. They have nothing. It was when they played Tampa, I think in week 2 or week 3, earlier in the season on Monday Night Football. They played Tampa, and the Texans Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line was dropping like flies. They had lost 3 or 4 starters at that point, a couple in the game. And you still would probably take that unit, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2 team, over what the Texans put out. And that's why Tampa won. Just saying. Texans, it's so simple. Improve the offensive line. Forget everything else. Forget everything you thought you knew about football. Improve the offensive line. Stop trying to please D'Amico Ryans, who I think is a really good coach. Expect QB, General Mills saved the Texans season with that same O-line. General Mills built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Look, I that's another thing. I really don't think General Mills is an NFL starter. I just don't. And you know what? I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. But I'd be shocked if Davis Mills comes out and does anything substantial next season or going forward. God, much less like win a playoff game. I mean, gosh, man, I think the Davis Mills hype has gotten so overblown because he had a couple of easy games to keep playing in, like the Denver game. Congratulations, Davis Mills. You scored 15 points. Jackson Dart scored like 30. All right, I know it's not. Look, that game still tears me up. But the point is that Davis Mills is not all that in a bag of chips. All right, I think he just got into better situations than CJ Stroud. He might be a little bit better under pressure, but it's not on CJ Stroud that he has no time and can't work. He's not mobile. He's a pocket guy. He's a Big Ten quarterback, all right? He needs his receivers to develop a little bit. And in their routes, I should say. And, you know, I think Davis Mills has gotten genuinely overhyped. Stroud lost his mojo. It's a mental thing. He's thinking and second-guessing things that came naturally to him in his rookie season. Well, he better hop on, like, the ayahuasca or something. Do some grass. I don't know. He better figure it out because I want I want this take to be right. Well, quarterbacks in the playoffs played well this year. None of them. They had a lot of turnovers. Exactly. CJ Stroud's right there. He's right there in the club with the rest of the fellas. Watch the game. Watch him win the Super Bowl. No, I know. I kind of. As soon as I thought that, I'm like, this is Sam Darnold too. All right. But yeah, I got a few takes here, so I'm gonna jam through these a little bit quicker. Oh, jeez. All right, some of these are football takes, some of these aren't. This one is not a football take. Where is it? Okay. Will this picture work? Nice. Okay, this picture will work. Here we go. All right, second take. Movie theater previews are a waste of time. Why would I want to show up to a movie early to watch ads? This is not football related, I know, but it's something that has been on my mind since the day I was born. Listen, the amount of times that I have gone to a movie and gotten, in generally, going to places early is a complete waste of everyone's time, especially yours. The amount of times I've gotten into movie theaters and sat down, ass to seat, and didn't have to watch a movie theater preview, and the movie just starts, it's the most satisfying thing known to man. Known to man. It's like NBA games. Why can't they start on time? And I get it. I'm late a lot, so I appreciate that. It gives you a little bit of a buffer. It's like, oh, the movie starts at 3:15. I'm not gonna get there until 3:45. But I think movie theater previews are a waste, and people that want to go see them just don't care about, you know, efficiency. I sound like such a hater. I sound like I hate fun, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I think movie theater previews are a waste, and people are like, I gotta pop in to see the ads. It's like, why? Why? Darnold had no turnovers in the entire postseason. Yeah, that's the one. This is why you don't go early. Yeah, agreed. I know people, like one time, like I don't want to get too long with this story. Basically, I was with my ex at one time, and we went to a movie, and we were like about 15, almost 20 minutes late, and she was like, let's just go to the next showing. Let's just go to the next showing. Let's wait an hour and a half and go to the next showing. I don't want to miss 2 minutes of the movie. Hey, you can live. If you miss the first 2 minutes of a movie, it's not like you're going to be like out of scope. It's like, what is happening? Most movies take a little bit to get going. And she was like, let's see the next showing. And I'm like, no, we're going to this showing. I'm telling you, we got into the theater. We sat at the top row. So it was an entire walk from the bottom to the top. Sat down, ass to seat, the Batman. And I literally looked at her and I was like, what do you... Huh, look at that. And she didn't speak to me for the rest of the night. She was not happy. Women hate nothing more than a man being right. My top 5 serious no jokes: Tyler Shuck, Caleb Williams, Fernando Mendoza, General Mills, Marcus Mariota. That's a good top 5. That's a good top 5. It doesn't seem like anyone disagrees with me here. I was hoping for someone to be like, but I love the movie theaters. I love the coming attractions. Maybe in the 80s and 90s, but I think the phenomenon's dead and gone. All right, this is another one that I think you guys will agree with, but it's worth mentioning. What's a good picture? Oh, found it. Okay, another one. 49ers have a top 10 pick next season. We have talked about this a little bit, but when you put it all together, boy, oh boy, the Niners have tough sledding coming up next year. And I don't think Eric's not here. We don't have any Niners fans in here at the moment, at least for now. I don't see the Niners replicating last year's season because of a few reasons. One, this team is getting progressively older, like we've mentioned. Trent Williams is going into his age 37 season, I want to say, maybe 36. And it was one of those years. That's not great for your bruiser left tackle. He's also been in and out of the injury tent, much like everybody else. And whether it's a substation or a power plant or just bad luck, the Niners get hurt a lot, and I don't think you want to bet on a team that gets hurt a lot year in and year out. It very well just could be a bad trainer. And George Kittle is saying he'll be ready for week 1, or the doctors are saying that. That's insane. A guy who tore his Achilles in the playoffs is looking to get ready by week 1. I'm no doctor, and I'm not saying I want this to happen, but that is screaming re-injury. Re-aggravated injury, re-aggravated Achilles injury. So when you put it all together, you got Brandon Ayuk, who's on his way out. You got Brock Purdy, who might be a little overrated by people like me. You got George Kittle, who's hurt. You got, who else is in there? Ricky Pearsall, who has been extremely underwhelming. Juwan Jennings is out of town. They keep losing players to free agency. They keep losing players to injury. And on top of everything else, their schedule is going to be considerably harder. People talk about how easy the Patriots' schedule was. If you take away the NFC West, the Niners had a very easy schedule too. So I don't think they're going to be able to match that adversity. I mean, shit, what? They got the stupid Giants. Of course they did. I think when you put it together, and not to mention the whole Mac Jones situation, the fact that they're paying Brock Purdy that much money and have a quarterback controversy, it's kind of hilarious. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I have faith in Kyle Shanahan as a coach, but I think this is going to be a reset year for the Niners. And I think if the injuries pile on early, which shit, I don't think it's a crazy take. Again, I don't like projecting injuries, but come on, Christian McCaffrey got so much wear and tear this season. Like if he plays a full 17 next year, I will be shocked. And that's not me saying I want him to get hurt, but it just feels impossible at this point. So putting it all together, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really think the Niners will be picking in the top 10. I'm saying 6, maybe 5 wins, man. 5. Like I don't know, dude. That division's not going to get any easier. I mean, the Cardinals are there, I guess. I don't even know they're next year's opponents, but I think it's lunch. I think it's lunch. Pearsall's health is under 1. He's really good when he's actually out there. I think San Francisco misses the playoffs until go above 500. I like that take, but I think, look, Pearsall, really good is a stretch to me. From what I've seen, really good is a stretch. I know health is a question mark, but it just kind of feels like he's still inconsistent when healthy. It's like she's trying to smash for the movie. You missed the signals. Bro, we've been dating for a year, Jarv. I don't think that was in the cards. We had seen multiple movies together. It was not like a first date. It was like the resentful phase of the relationship. I wasn't even like holding her hand. It depends on the EMF strike again. Yeah, honestly, yeah. If the electromagnetic frequency waves, then they're out of luck. The UAVs. But yeah, that's one I feel pretty strong about. I think the Niners will pick in the top 10. Well, this rant tells me they're going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, at this point. Yeah, that's why I love doing these. That's why I love doing these. You guys with me saying I think Scat's gonna be a better year than Christian McCaffrey. Again, that's you said though, if because you think McCaffrey's gonna get hurt. No doubt. Duh. Shoot, I think Cam Scatterby can be better than Bijan Robinson if Bijan Robinson misses a few games, misses 8 games. Jeez. So I just don't think that's like a take. I think that's just projecting injury. Okay, I'm not even gonna switch tabs. Let's just get this going. Okay, you guys can piece this one together. All right, this is, yeah, let's go with this one, huh? Let's go with this one. Let's go with this picture. I feel like this is pretty par for the course at this point. So I might have to throw 100 on Sam Brandon winning the Super Bowl. How prophetic on it is. Look. This one, I'll remember this one. But again, this is F It Friday. This is where we throw takes out. So if you got takes of your own, hot takes that you want to share, feel free. I never say because I think he's going to get hurt. Okay, well then let's unpack this a little bit. I do agree though. The wear and tear on Christian McCaffrey can't be ignored. Dude won the Salute to Service award and the Offensive Player of the Year award. It doesn't have much to do with his wear and tear. It just goes to show how much he was involved this season, on the field and off the field. Here you go. To move on from this picture. Umbrellas are dumb as hell. You guys know my opinion on this. I'm not gonna unpack it. Umbrellas are dumb as hell. If you live in a warm climate, get over it. It rained where I'm at in California this week for a few days, and you know what I didn't buy? An umbrella. And you know what I looked out for? People with umbrellas, because I thought, really? Really? It rains like twice a year. And you just had this umbrella stocked? And I explained this to my sister. She's like, well, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm like, but what do you need? What do you need? Protection from water? Because here's the thing. When it rains in California specifically, it's not like it's like just pouring down water. It's like usually a pretty light drizzle. So like you'll get wet, but it's not like you're getting punched in the face by the sky. So when people bring umbrellas, I'm like, oh, look out, Mr. Prepared coming to town. Geez, you need an umbrella to go to Trader Joe's. Drives me crazy, man. Drives me crazy, dude. Especially because, again, I'm at height level with a lot of these umbrellas, so I have to, like, you know, bob and weave, juke out people getting me in the eye with an umbrella. So if you live in, like, I don't know, Seattle or, like, some rainy city, then that's one thing. But if it barely rains in your area and you got an umbrella handy, no thanks. No thanks. I think C-Max had his last great season. He's going to start regressing, injury or not. So are we saying Cam Scadaboo's going for like 15 hundo? Is that what we're saying? I think Christian McCaffrey could go for like 1,400 yards, and that could still be considered a regression. Disagree on the easy schedule. They play the Jags, Texans, Panthers, Bears, Bucks before they fizzled. Defending Super Bowl champs on the road outside of the Hawks, and Rams multiple times each. Yeah, but the numbers. Look, yeah, but you know, I mean, we're leaving out a couple of people there. We're leaving out a couple of teams. That is a fair point, though. I forgot. Yeah, that the schedule actually turned out to be a little bit tougher than it had seemed. Still, Niners take a step back. I'd love to be at Umbrella. However, New York is not the climate for that. A downpour in New York will have you looking just like you escaped the Great Flood. No, I get that. Look, I lived in Boston, man. I'll tell you. Hey, I want to ask this question while we're talking about rain and umbrellas. How often have you guys, if ever, been sitting on a sidewalk or standing on a sidewalk and then a car just rolls through a huge puddle and just like drenches you in water? That happened to me like my first few months living in Boston, and it was so jarring. I was just like, what? What is this, a romantic comedy where the protagonist has the worst day ever? What is this? I couldn't believe it. I was like, I like froze, and no one even reacted. No one was like, are you good, pal? No one, everyone's like, this is just normal. And I thought, is this just like a thing that happens to you guys? Just getting splashed by filthy ass mud water? Oh man, how often does that happen to you guys in more rainy climates? No man, I'm excited for this next take. I'm gonna let you guys catch up to the umbrella thing, and then I'm gonna get to this next one. Oh man. Here we go. I'm so excited. Look, again, this is F it Friday. Maybe twice all my life. Okay, so that doesn't make me feel as good. Whole life living in New York. I lived in Boston for like a year. Happened to me once. The odds aren't fair. I guess it's my own dumbass fault for standing in front of a puddle, but still. Depending on how much we split the carries with Tracy, I could see Scat going for 1,200, 500 rec easy. C-Mac will probably go easy. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. I think it'll be a pretty, I don't want to say like a heavy split, but I think it'll be a kind of even split. I think like 60-40. I like Tracy. I really do like Tyron Tracy. I think he's good, and I think we're really underutilizing him as a receiver. I think the Giants' running game has to be, our rushing attack has to be like our bread and butter this year, especially with Jackson Dart in there. And that's why drafting a wide receiver just makes no sense. In fairness, though, I don't stand too close to sidewalk because people don't know how to drive. See, that's smart. That's fair. That's fair. I saw this on Subway Takes. I'm just curious. For anyone that lives in a city, but I specifically mean, I guess, Giants fan 10 here. I feel like sidewalks, and this, again, I'm totally stealing this take. This is totally a Subway take. But if sidewalks had like an express lane where people can just like go to work and do stuff, and then like a tourist lane where people can like look and sightsee, look at Times Square, go to, you know, like the Papaya Dog. I feel like that would be better because tourists walk a lot slower and New Yorkers got places to be, and put the tourists closer to the rain. That way they can go home with a story like, yeah, I was in New York. Someone yelled at me, threw a pretzel at me, and then I got splashed by a puddle. Manhattan. This guy goes for 900. Trace goes for 600 or 700. I think that's a little more realistic. Yeah, at least on the ground. Yeah. I mean, total, I think I'll tell you guys, I think a lot of Tyron Tracy, and I think Scadaboo's good. So I really do think there's a world where they could both go for 1,000 scrimmage yards. I think it's going to be a run first team this year. I agree. I agree. Hell, we were a run first team last year. Giants fans have no idea what to do. All right, here we go. Next take. You guys ready for this one? This is, hope you're listening, Jeff. What? Here we go. All right. I think the Browns take the North. This one just came to me in a vision. I think the Browns take the North. And watch. This is the take where my luck flips. I promise you that. This time next year, I'm going to take a short of this. And I'm going to put the time, the date. February 20th, 2026. I think the Browns are going to take the North. And this time next year, I'm going to look super smart. And I'm going to have 1 million subscribers. Because everyone's going to think, wow, this guy's football prophet. This guy knows what's going to happen. I got to start watching this dude. Here's the thing. All these conversations, mostly with Jeffrey, have really swayed me to the fact that the Browns are pretty good, honestly. Their defense is top tier. They've got some cap money. They've got plenty of room to build. They have 2 first-round picks. They have just a lot of draft capital in general. They may not be locked down with the quarterback position. But let me float a couple scenarios. You grab a guy like, I know Jeffrey said he didn't want Malik Willis, but you grab a guy like Malik Willis, or better yet, you just roll with Shador and just live with it. You roll with Shador. Who knows? Maybe you take Carson Beck. Jeez. And you just get a game manager back there. Maybe Shador becomes an all-pro. I mean, he's already a Pro Bowler. Let's be honest. The Browns' defense is good. The Browns need to improve offensive line. I saw a mock where it said they'd go tackles at both spots. That wouldn't be crazy. This Browns team with a good offensive line is a playoff contender, and I think the AFC North, like I've said 100 times on here, is wide open. You know the Bengals are due for like another just disaster of a season, especially without Trey Hendrickson. You know the Steelers are, come on, Mike McCarthy. And I'm just, you know what? I don't care how many analysts tell me Jesse Minter's a great guy and is going to do awesome in Baltimore. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't trust a first-year coach in Baltimore with all the weird schematics they have over there. I just don't trust it. And that leaves one team. The team with a great defense. The team with a quarterback that's not afraid to be himself. The team with Jerry Jeudy, a 26-year-old Jerry Jeudy on a pretty team-friendly deal. I don't know, man. I'm not saying the Browns are going to win the Super Bowl. That's another clip. But I do think they will win the North. Maybe not handedly, but it'll be close. And I think the Browns are due for a good season. There you go. There you go. 1,217 games is not, if he stays healthy, it's not that hard. Been since 18-19, brother. Well, hold on now. Hold on. Are we talking? Hold on. First of all, to respond to that, are we talking scrimmage yards or rushing? Sharon's going to cost him so many games if he starts the entire year. Fannon's a stud. Fannon's a stud. Supposedly, Monken went there to coach Shador. He wanted Shador in Baltimore. Yeah, Shador was going to get picked by the Ravens. He said no thanks. So he's got a coach that believes in him. He's got Harold Fannin. I completely forgot about Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin is a stud. That's what I mean. So this is my favorite of the takes. I'm going to be honest with you guys. F it Friday. The Browns take the North. I feel good about it. I feel great about it, honestly. How I feel about the Browns is how I feel about the Titans. Fair enough. And look, I like the Titans, but I think that's too easy at this point. I think that's low-hanging fruit. The Titans improve after being one of the worst rosters I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Hopefully Io Manor does well, though. That might be another fantasy sleeper. I might be on the Io Manor train until I die. Honestly. But, yeah, dude, I like what the Browns are building. And not to mention a great run game, by the way. Dylan Sampson, Quinshawn, that's a good committee, honestly. That's something to get excited about. Probably not as good as the Giants, but it's a good committee, no doubt. So you put it together, it's like, what are they missing? Offensive line? They could draft offensive line. Quarterback? Look, they got a Pro Bowler. If Shador takes a step up and just works his ass off this offseason, forget about it. It's not even going to be close. We're looking at an 11 or 12 win Browns team, which would be nuts. It'll make Kev Stefanski look like a real dweeb. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So Browns take the North. Switching. Okay. Another non-football take. Okay, here we go. Nope. There it is. Okay. I'm leading the Io Mariner train. No, yeah, seriously, you put me on. You put me on. And I'm all aboard. I will never give up. Like Cena. Apple CarPlay shouldn't be a thing. Point blank. Point blank. I don't understand how texting and driving is illegal, but Apple CarPlays are manufactured and sold. I don't understand it, and I never will. I have, how do I put this? I've texted and driven a lot in my life. Between running DoorDash, scrolling YouTube Shorts, texting, you name it, right? It's not a great thing. I mean, listen, I drive with one hand on the wheel, one hand on my phone. Like, it's not the end of the world. And let me tell you, what I like to think of myself as a professional texting driver. Because I'm loyal to the soil, man. I learned how to drive texting and driving. A lot of people didn't because phones are, you know, relatively new. Apple CarPlay is so finicky and so tough to maneuver and takes so many more steps than texting on a phone. It is ridiculous, bro. It feels like you're using like a Wii remote. That's how just like shitty it is. Like you're using a Wii remote in your car. I know it's a touchscreen, but it's just that's how I could compare it. It's like going from a Wii remote to like an actual controller. You know what I mean? It's just not the same thing. And you're in the driver's seat technically, but you're out of the driver's seat control wise. And I honestly, I didn't look up any research to prepare for this video. I would be shocked if there was not significant research done to accidents that happen when people are on Apple CarPlay. I don't want to sound like a hater. I like being able to see where I'm going to go on maps or see the Spotify album cover. But damn, dude, it's too damn minimalist. It's too damn minimalist. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I do know this thing sucks. And this and billboards. I don't understand how this is like a thing. I think Falcons picked top 10 again. I mean, that's a loaded case. I could see it though. I could see it for sure. I think they very well could be the fourth best team in the NFC South, which is wild. I never used CarPlay. Should I hate it? Yeah. No. It's insane. It's insane that this stuff is just like cool. And like, not to, again, socialist soapbox moment. The reason it's Apple CarPlay is because it's a lot cheaper to just make a touchscreen than it is to put like actual dials and buttons. And that sucks. And it's definitely leading to more accidents, not to mention cars are getting bigger. So yeah, I definitely would not want to be a pedestrian, whether it's by a puddle or by a car with CarPlay. I only use it for maps. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's nice to have for maps, that's for sure. But again, like, navigation systems have been a thing for a really long time. And I think when you bridge it to CarPlay, it's like, bro, you could order a Domino's pizza on Apple CarPlay. I'm not even kidding, dude. One time, I downloaded Domino's to like get a pizza, and then I went to my car to go pick it up, and it's like, the app is like already opened. I was like, what? Why is there a Domino's Apple CarPlay app? What is the point of that? Just so you like, you know, and just wait, book this now. This is the prediction I feel most confident on in this whole video. Book this now. Just wait until they put an ad somewhere on here. Just wait, man. Just wait until they put an ad between the message bar and like the little like 3 lines there. Just wait, dude. Oh boy. Seems like no one's disagreeing with me on this one though, which is fine. Okay, because the next one's a fiery one. Doing a good job leading to the next segments here. I'm fired up. Def can use it for maps, but not for music. It's, yeah, no, oh yeah. Here, so I recently did this to my phone, right? So it's like a dumb phone, so to speak. It's got like, I don't know, can't really read it, but like text, camera, music, journal, etc. And when I'm on CarPlay, if I press text on my phone, all it does is move my, like, it doesn't open the app on my phone. It opens the app on the CarPlay app, and I've realized how useless the CarPlay apps are. They're unnecessarily complicated. Also, little mini take here. Siri gives me confidence that AI will never fully take over. Siri is the worst, easily. Yeah, look, it's listening to me, but it is easily the worst of the voice recognition things. It doesn't even work half the time. It is the dumbest artificial intelligence, not even close. And I don't want to text with it. I don't want to be like, hey, say, be right back to Jimmy, because it's not going to work. It's going to be like, did you say start the Slack? No. And it's a big circle jerk. Anyway, next thing, let's get back to football though. And this one's a hotter take, but I've said it like a million times on here, but I want like video proof. I'm definitely going to rewatch this in a year, so that's going to be a fun one. But I want this one to be known. Wrong one again. Here we go. JJ McCarthy should stick with the Vikings. Duh. I hate the opinion that the Vikings need to address the quarterback. I've said it a million times, but JJ McCarthy is young. He has a ceiling, maybe not a very high one, but he has a ceiling, and you may as well get to it. I read a headline yesterday that Kevin O'Connell was specifically putting in like less than NFL concepts because JJ McCarthy can't keep up. If that's true, that's not as good. But I'm not in the Vikings building. I am looking from an outside perspective, right? And from an outside perspective, the alternative is Kyler Murray, Tua, even Malik Willis, Aaron Rodgers. Are any of those guys going to put the Vikings over the top? I'd say no. So you may as well give this kid at least one more year, one more shot. We are not a stream that overreacts to rookie quarterbacks. He's played not even a full season yet. He redshirted his rookie year unintentionally, and I will say the injuries are a bit of a concern. But when you take that out of the equation, it's like he's a rookie quarterback sitting there and learning. Could you imagine if the Vikings let him walk and he went and was like really good for another team? Then the Vikings would look dumb as hell. Then they'd have to move to Indiana after letting Sam Darnold walk and 9 walk. I know he's a cornball, and I know people don't like him because the whole 9 thing. And to be honest, JJ McCarthy already seemed kind of hateable on the way into the NFL, meditating in the end zone. I think he stopped doing that, which, you know, whatever. Meditating in the end zone, throwing a pick 6 in his debut against the Bears. But I think this guy's got it. I think... God damn it. This is going to sound really heretic as a Giants fan. But I could see JJ McCarthy going in an Eli Manning-like playoff run, where it's like he may turn the ball over a lot in the regular season. He may not be the best quarterback ever, but damn it, you might want him in crunch time. He was really good in that Bears game, and I refuse to give up on JJ McCarthy. People forget they simplified the offense for Sam Darnold too. I bet they did. I bet they did. Kevin O'Connell's a power freak, and I'm starting to get a little concerned about him as a coach, honestly. I'm starting to see what you're saying, John, about the KOC power struggle, honestly. But yeah, JJ McCarthy. And also, again, the Vikings were fine this year. The Vikings were fine. I want to pull up the stats. Let's pull up the stats. Whoa, not like that. Here we go. I mean, 11 touchdowns and 12 picks is not great. It's not great. But 1,600 yards, it's not great. 35 QB, it's not great. Look, it's like this. It's not jumping off the page, that's for sure. 3 fumbles, 27 sacks taken. You know, it's a rookie season, man. Peyton Manning struggled in his rookie season. If the Colts gave up on him, they would have, you know, not had a Super Bowl. Shout out Michigan. There you go. Micro Mitros here. Exactly. Shout out Michigan. There it is. Go Wolverines. That's what I'm saying. You have Bart Scott talking about how they need to bring in comp. It's like, what? That's the last thing you should do. Bring in comp for your 23-year-old, young 23-year-old, by the way, rookie, like basically a rookie quarterback. It's like, you know what? We don't believe in you at all. We're bringing in comp. Sucks, buddy. Deal with it. A guy that's already, you know, a little weak between the ears. I mean, if he's got to meditate to get locked into a game. So, you know, I'm just saying give 9 a chance. Give 9 a chance. G9AC. I feel like there's a ton of haters because they're Ohio State fans too. That's a fair point. It's a fair point. Just didn't take a, you know, he looks like a kid who's like ready to unwrap a present in this picture. Honestly, that's another reason. I could see, you know, some people drafted him in fantasy. He wasn't great in that. Yeah. Vikings are going to figure it out. If I yawn again, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. But anyways, I've already kind of made that take before. So let's get to these last ones. Man, okay. Let's get to these last ones. Okay. I got two serious ones and then one that's kind of dumb. Just gonna pull up all the pictures that way I can stop doing this switch. We still haven't talked about Tua yet, by the way. So if you're tuning in to rip on Tua, you know, it's not over yet. And there it is. Hold on. Yeah, how are we doing this morning? Well, I get this all set up. How are we doing this morning? Finally, Big Data realized I'm a Giants fan and not a damn San Francisco Giants fan. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. First one. Pop-Tarts are overrated. If there's one that I want people to disagree with, it's this one. Is this rage bait? Kind of. But Pop-Tarts are, in fact, overrated. Look, I've had Pop-Tarts a lot in my life, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Honestly. You have them out of the package. They're dry as hell. It's just like a piece of sugar cracker. It's not awful, but it's not like great. So then it's like, oh, why don't you toast it? Why don't you toast it? First of all, I have been the idiot that's toasted Pop-Tarts in the like sleeve. So that's another reason. But that was not fun. The fire department came. Anyways, but then you toast them and it's like, okay, so now they're like hot and like too hot to eat. And then once they cool down, they just get stiff again. I don't know, dude. And honestly, most Pop-Tart flavors aren't good. Most of them aren't good. I had an Eggo waffle flavor that sucked. The cookies and cream one gets old after a little bit. I had a Thin Mints one that was fine. I've gone through Pop-Tart eras, but they're gone, man. They're done. I'm done. Toaster Strudel's better than Pop-Tarts. See, I like that. I like that because Toaster Strudel's got a little bit of a chew to it. Pop-Tarts is like getting a processed scone to start your day. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it's like the serving size is so whack. Because if I open a package of Pop-Tarts, I'm not going to save the other one for either. And I'm not going to share a Pop-Tart. So, and then it's like, okay, so if you, let's say you want 3 Pop-Tarts, you got to open a bag, you got to open 2 bags, so that's 4. Now you're eating 4 Pop-Tarts, and you only wanted like 1.5, maybe 2. Don't toast Pop-Tarts, makes them worse. What's up, Rami? Okay, so then you eat them cold and dry out of the package, out of the plastic sleeve. This is what I'm saying, because like you don't toast a thing that's supposed to be toasted, it makes them worse. What an unversatile breakfast. Toasting things typically makes it better. Nice and warm, fresh. Toasting bread. Whoever invented toasting bread, thanks a lot. But man, apparently you shouldn't use that for Pop-Tarts. Brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart used to hit. Used to. You had one of those in your, like, recently? Maybe they changed the recipe. Maybe they changed the formula, but it's like, this is just not as good as I remember it. Maybe I just missed being a child. Pop-Tarts have been declining like chocolates, but faster. Okay. Maybe I'm not crazy here. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's that Pop-Tarts are just got worse. And it's not that they're a bad idea. They've just gotten worse. Because something, I'll tell you, man, something has happened in Big Pop-Tart that has just completely ruined them for me. I don't even enjoy eating them anymore. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I really thought someone would disagree. Damn it. But I think, I'm glad I mean, shoot, okay, well, hold on. This is worth. Why are Pop-Tarts worse now? Let's see if I can get some. Hopefully we can get like a Forbes article or something. No, man. Why are Pop-Tarts worse? Why you should rethink eating Pop-Tarts. Okay, yeah, let's not do the whole Red 40 thing, okay? But why are... Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Oh, God. What the hell happened to Pop-Tarts? Here we go. This is what I'm talking... There you go. This image speaks for itself. What the hell happened to Pop-Tarts? It's really frustrating. Feels like the filling inside is much thinner than it used to be. Yes! Oh my God, dude. This is like the most reassuring thing ever. I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, why are these not good? I used to like these, but I never made the connection that they could have gotten worse. I thought it was me. I thought it was my fault. Yeah, they are thinner. There's less filling. Costco Danishes. There you go. I thought to myself before cooking, it looks thinner. When the toaster piped up, the Pop-Tart was all broken, bent over, falling apart in the toaster. These new 2022 Pop-Tarts are not designed to be cooked in the toaster. They could start a fire. The box does not indicate new super thin Pop-Tarts. That is a phenomenal point. I remember back in the day, they actually had some bite to them, some chew. For the same reason sledding isn't as fun, you're an adult now. Well, that's what I thought. I still like Pop-Tarts, but they definitely got worse. The filling to crust ratio has definitely gotten worse. Yeah. Oh boy. Am I the only one that didn't know this? Am I the only one that didn't make the connections? I'm such an idiot. I'm like, man, were Pop-Tarts just never good? No, they were good. So now I feel like I gotta make it from home. And I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna make a toaster strudel pastry type thing from scratch. There's a Joshua Weissman episode, which apparently he's like a real piece of garbage, but that's neither here nor there. This picture alone. The frosting also doesn't taste as good. The flavors are less inspired. The actual strudel part of it's not as good. Maybe that's a good business plan. Just find everything that's gotten just find everything that's gotten worse and just make it like as good as it used to be. There's a lot of copyright in that business idea, a lot of patent infringement, but still. I wonder if a restaurant sold fresh Pop-Tarts, of how that would go. There's just some insight to how I think, by the way. Just like if I find something that's like, I wonder if I could make money off that in some way, shape, or form. Like, could I make a Pop-Tarts restaurant? Like a Pop-Tarts cafe? I feel like that would do pretty well. You would get some coffee, you get some fresh made Pop-Tarts hot out of the oven. And not like Pop-Tarts, just like, you know, pastries. I cannot be the first person to come up with that. I'm sure many coffee shops do that. But still, I think that would be a good, good strat. If you're looking for a free business idea, there you go. Open a cafe and, you know, sell Pop-Tarts. Anyways, last thing. I think it's this tab. Nope. Which tab is it? Here we go. All right, last thing. Tua is a Mossad agent and better than Kyler Murray. Just waiting for a bullet to come through my window. That's... I'm kidding. But, yeah, no, the Israel thing was kind of strange. And I do think he's better than Kyler, though. I think if Tua was right-handed, people would consensusly agree. Look, Tua had his moments. Tua almost beat the Bills on Thursday Night Football had he not thrown that interception, so it is on him. But look, he was putting together a good game. There were a couple of really close games that Tua could have won. And I think the fact that they're trying Quinn Ewers and Zach Wilson out there is more of an indictment, I think, just like personality vibes than actual like on-field talent. I think Tua is better than people give him credit for. There's a reason he was a top pick. I'm not ready to give up on him. If Dan Jones could make a career resurgence, I bet Tua could as well. Probably just needs a scenery change. Again, if I'm Tua, I'm taking the money and running. I'm not putting my health on the line. But again, I'm not a doctor. And what I do know about concussions is I don't think he's at any like greater risk for a concussion now than he was before. I know people say like, oh, if he gets another concussion, he's good as dead. But like, I don't think that's how it works. I feel like a lot of football players, especially back in the day, got a ton of concussions. We're talking 10 plus probably, and just kind of lived with it. So I don't think Tua's going to die on the field. Hot take. Unless, of course, you know, the Mossad part was true. But I don't think he's going to like die on the field. I do think, however, he's better than people think. Maybe the guy who runs Fanatics has ties to Mossad. Wait, what? No notes. Yeah, no notes. Thank you. Thank you. No notes. There it is. Wait, it's the guy who runs Fanatics. Oh boy. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. Fanatics Sportsbook. Check it out. Brought to you by Kendall Jenner. That's what we need. You want to buy a jersey? How about make a bet? Anyway. But yeah. So I think Tua is overhated. I do. And I you know, and I'll say it right now. I'll pound the table or the wall. And I think Tua, once he leaves Miami, will find much more success. He just needs a change of scenery. Probably go to a dome stadium because, you know, cold weather probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I know he plays in Miami now. Maybe Arizona does make a little bit of sense. I think if you swap Tua and Kyler Murray, the Dolphins get worse and the Cardinals get better. Anyone disagree with that? I don't think so. I think that's spot on. That's spot the hell on. And I will defend my boy here, Tua. Unless, you know, again, the Mossad part. Last one, and this is really brief. Where is it? Giants win the Super Bowl. There you go. All right. Friend of a friend has been criticizing their products on social media and had enough of an audience to get the owner to meet with him like a few days before the meeting's supposed to happen. Whoa. Wait. All of the social medias have gotten DMCA'd. Oh, I thought you were going to say he died. Oh, boy. I was worried about your friend, Giants fan. I was worried. You stopped the message after it happened. I'm like, I thought the guy died. All right, well, let's look this up. Then I'll open the hotline. What, Fanatics CEO? Is that it? Michael wait, this guy? I feel like I've seen this guy. Where have I seen this guy? This guy's on like a few podcasts. He went on Shark Tank, apparently. Does look like a bit of a freak. How'd he get so rich? Founding and selling GSI Commerce to eBay. I see. GSI Commerce. That's my favorite website. Huh. Wow. This guy's the real deal, apparently. Good lord. He's arrested for allegedly stealing 6 figures in cash from safe, and as LA mentioned. Wait, what? Oh, his housekeeper was arrested. Oh, no shit. I was like, why would he get arrested for stealing cash from his own house? Well, shoot, man. I hit the YouTube character limit, lol. There was a lot of suspense there. But anyways, jeez. Well, I'm sure all these guys are compromised. Yeah, but it's we're getting to an hour in. I'm happy. All right, let's do this. I haven't opened the Hunna's hotline in a minute. That's why I'm wearing a beanie. In case a bullet comes through the window, I'll have some protection. Anyways. All right. So again, if you're confused on how this is working, we have the Hunnaball Discord, which I'll drop the link in for now. If anybody wants to join. And this is where we do... Come on, man. Wait, I got it. Come on. There it is. So there's the link now. So if you want to pop in, join. But I'm assuming this is just be, I mean, at least I know Jarvis been foaming at the mouth to debate. So here we go. Let me get in there. Let me make sure the actual like sound is working. This might take a second to like figure out, but let me make sure. Okay, I am muted, and that's not the right. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, nice. So I'm sitting here chilling in the hotline. So if anybody wants to join and debate, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh boy, I'm probably gonna have to stop the music because for some reason the Discord audio picks up the, for some whatever stupid reason, it picks up the Sonic music. That's not gonna fly. Oh, never mind. That's desktop audio. My bad. Actually, we can keep going with the Sonic music. My fault. Let me make sure my output. Yep, those are speakers. All right. Up. Chilling. Yeah. And also, really quick, Discord just recently updated their terms and service where you have to present an ID if you're on like an 18+ server. We are not, obviously Hunnaball is not an 18+ server. Don't love that move for Discord though, just as a businessman myself, as a fellow businessman myself. So yeah, those are my takes. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to like go forward in time and just like, you know, see that my Browns take was right. I think if I'm ranking confidence, I think my Browns, I feel great about my Browns take, my Niners take, and the Pop-Tart thing. There you go. So if it comes out in like a year, 2 years, whatever, that there are like, you know, gross things in Pop-Tarts, that's another short. That's what I'm saying. We're just clip farming here. But yeah, so I'll stay chilling in the hotline for now. But I'm gonna get going. Oh shoot, I just opened the Sonic tab. While we're here though, I may as well do the times connections. So I get that people have work and stuff to do. Right after they did that, right after accidentally having a data leak with a bunch of accounts that already gave their IDs, by the way. Yeah, no, seriously, yeah, Discord's already had a data leak. Yeah, I've read about that. Yeah. It's like, what a solution. Great call. This is a trusted brand. You didn't hear? So there's no good Discord alternatives. What, TeamSpeak? Should we make a TeamSpeak server? Oh my god, bro. This is just this camera. It's not even the camera's fault. I refuse to blame the camera. The camera's like JJ McCarthy. I refuse to blame it. It's on the stupid battery. Anyway, here we are. Bridgewater, McCarthy. Okay, so these are Vikings quarterbacks. That's money. That's money. That's the quickest one I've ever gotten. All right, here we go. Now it gets tougher. Suspension, pause, intermission, and timeout. Come on, stoppages in play. There it is. They're breaking the action. Okay, this is easy. Place. What? I don't know about this one. What the hell's a bib? Bib. Place. Win. Course. Oh, man. We are stuck. Gotta take a second here. Let's go. We got Hay here. What is up, Hay? Good morning. We're playing connections and making takes. Actually, wait a minute. Okay. YouTube thinks this is soccer. Yeah, no, they've been doing that. I've been putting hashtag NFL, like what? Hashtag Super Bowl, and they're like, soccer? I hate it. I don't understand. But yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. Like button turns into a soccer ball. There you go. I appreciate the like, hey? Nice. God damn, bro. Okay, I'm just gonna take a swing here. Car, walking. What? Dude, this is tough. Course, place, win, car. Yes, yes. Not quite. Not quite. What the fuck? Like button is a soccer ball. Yeah, it's weird. Course, car, win, place. Just did that. Yeah, I just did that. And it didn't go. We're thinking on the same level. It didn't go. What is an exacta and what is a bib? Wait, bib is for runners. Walking. Maybe, okay, wait, hold on here. Maybe. Wait a minute. Bib. And then place. Nope, walking. How about that? Movement, race words. Oh my god. There it is. There it is. Race words. Come on. Come on. We got it. I don't even know what this one is, but we got it. Bets and horse racing. Oh, that makes sense. There it is. We got it. Thought so. 37% of people, that was the first. Well, I don't feel very unique now. Well, there it is. That's two. That's two straight. What is the normal mistake for that thing? I guess we'll never know. But yeah, there you go. That's our little athletic search on the times. Any news? Again, like let me see if there's any big news coming out. Clippers investigation, that's just gonna get swept under the rug. Adam Silver's a complete tool. Oh, the HBCU Legacy Bowl's on Saturday. That's cool. Not gonna watch it, but that's cool. I guess we'll look at this for a second. Trying to see if I got my newsletter yet. I feel like at a time like this, geez, my last email was for Club Penguin Legacy. Oh, and my credit dropped. Cool. All right. Broncos looking to find a running back in free agency. Cardinal Tate consensusly ranked as draft's top wide receiver, or no, top offensive player. Wow, top offensive player. Jeez, that's a lot. Wow, jeez. Ed of Love and Mendoza. Whoa. Jets going to target Tanner McKee and Davis Mills. You know, so basically the same player. Colts committed to retaining Dan Jones and Alec Pierce. That makes sense. Homegrown. Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson are returning for the 2026 season. Nate Skilhassy is going to be OC. Seahawks hope to re-sign Rashid Shaheed. And Bears could move to Northwest Indiana. There you go. There you go. So that's the news, huh? Outside of that, this is the Athletics consensus ratings. We got Caleb Downs 4. He just dropped a spot. Sonny Styles climbed up the board. Jordan Tyson with a heavy fall. What does he have, like bad physicals or something? But yeah, this seems about right. Man, I'll tell you, Keldrick Falk, dude, I think he might be a good value pick, man. If he's like, I mean, if he's really consistently a top 15 talent, high ceiling, why not take a swing at him in the teens, especially in a draft like this? Why not? I really am starting to buy into Caleb Downs to the Giants, though. I think that's the way to do it. Akeem Mesidor climbing up the board. I like it. Should we just check out WNBA news? Yeah, let's see. What's going on in the dub? Oh my God, we should talk about this actually. I thought this was an interesting story. Why are there what, can I not read WNBA stuff? Tyson's a bit injury prone, yeah. Oh boy. Well, I don't doubt that, but again, they haven't like done any measurements yet. Combat doesn't start until this weekend, and even then it's like just interviews and like, you know, press tours and stuff. WNBA players want they want wait. Is this new? No, this is okay. So this isn't new. I'm pretty sure what happened. I'll read this to verify. The WNBA Players Committee, which, you know, good for them, at least standing up for something. They want higher revenue share, which I don't know why it says lower revenue share, maybe a counter proposal, but higher revenue share and housing. Team sponsored housing. So that could be something. Maybe like a WNBA frat house. Shoot. But yeah, so and there's a chance the WNBA goes on hiatus, on strike. I joined the hotline. Oh, did you? Oh, shoot. Well, then why can't I hear it? Oh, shit. Okay, here, hold on. Why can't I hear it? Okay, let me open this up. Jarv, are you talking? Oh, well, I'm muted here. Hold on, let me... Okay. For a second, I'm pausing the Sonic. Okay. Okay, wait. I think my sentence getting through. I don't know if Jarv's is. But I think I'm on. Hey, there he is. Let me make sure it's going through the OBS. I don't think it is. Can you try that again?
Yo.
Yeah, okay, that works for now. Yeah, we're not gonna do the Sonic music, but that's fine. Whatever, life goes on. All right, Jarv, what do you want to talk about?
What up?
Hey,
Good
man.
morning, G.
Good morning.
Man. I just wanted to have a nice little Giants briefing before off season gets started. You know what I'm saying?
I like it, man. What's #1 priority for you?
Number one priority will probably be to shore up the defense. Like Caleb Downs, I really would like Caleb Downs at 5.
Yeah, no, I'm bought in.
Possibly like Leo Chanel or someone to sign at linebacker. Now, about Okereke, I could see us cutting him and re-signing Micah McFadden because he's cheaper.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
With McFadden, Chanel type of linebacker, and drafting somebody too. I really would, because this is one of the few years where like the linebackers are actually like kind of like the one of the strengths of the draft. So shit, even going with 2 linebackers, I wouldn't mind at this point because we really need to shore up the middle of the field. But that's the whole reason I like Caleb Downs too, because he can play in the box and outside. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that could help people like Newman and Holland play a little better because they got a little less responsibility when you got somebody like Caleb Downs on the field. But I don't know how much we're gonna run 3 safeties without Shane. That was Bowen.
Yeah.
System.
Yeah. Typically the safeties are 20 yards back too.
As far as like the free agents we have, I want to ask you, power ranking wise.
Oh, like expiring contracts.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I like that. Well, I'm with you. I think letting Bobby Okereke walk. I think that's kind of a must, because I think #1 free agent that I've kind of come to terms with. I think we got to bring Flott back. I think we got to keep Flott. Keep him in house. It's going to be a crazy contract, but I feel like he's really this is the return.
It's going to be that crazy. I think at most maybe 12.
Oh, I think it's going to be more than that. I think it'll be a little more than that. I think like late teens.
At the most, maybe. I mean, I don't think no one else is going to pay him that. Though. That's what I'm saying. I think we can lowball him more than what he thinks, because I don't think he's going to get that anywhere else anyway.
Well, he's a young corner that's on the rise, though. I think like teams want that.
You think so? You think other teams? Because if that was the case, he wouldn't have fell to the 3rd round. Because the main reason why he fell is because of his size. You know, he's like 6'1", 170.
Oh, that's
so
true.
I don't think too many other teams are going to be throwing $20 million at him like that.
Maybe we can tag him. That'd be crazy. Tagging Cordell Flott. That'd be a lot.
I don't know.
That'd be a lot. Giants fans said saying 17 to 18. I think that's more like it. Yeah, 17 to 18, probably 3-year deal.
Maybe, but all right. So,
but I like Flott. I think, like you said, I like bringing back McFadden. The more I come, like it, I'm still on the fence about Illuminor. I really am. But I think if this is my case for Illuminor. Yeah.
The reason why I want to resign Illuminor is because either way it could go. All right, say if we want to go Go at 5, we can kick Illuminor to guard, because Van Roten and Runyon are not, you know what I'm saying, long-term options either.
Well, GVR is a free agent too.
That's what I'm saying. GVR and Runyon. That's what I'm saying. So we could, if we feel any good about Bo, but right now I feel like Bo is more of a swing tackle at this point. But so I want to resign Illuminor, and the only thing is I could see like maybe 18, 19, like how you saying for flat. I think we could sign Illuminor for. So
Yeah,
I
and
would like
Illuminar
to
you can get on a shorter deal too, so it wouldn't be too much up front. Like he's a little older, so I mean,
right.
I agree with you. I think you like, and what Giants fan 10 said too, he was like, bring back Jermaine if you aren't set on taking a tackle. I think there are definitely internal discussions, or maybe even not, because John Harbaugh's calling the shots now.
But like I said, even if we do take the tackle,
yeah, no, for sure.
If we not ready to start either of those guys, we can always, or you know what I'm saying, if we are ready to start any of them at right tackle, we could kick Illumina to the inside and be fine there. You know,
totally. And you know, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, he's a good locker. He's a great locker room guy. You know, he's getting better. You know, he clearly
want to be here,
works well. Yeah, he wants to be here. He's defending guys on Twitter. So I'm with you. I mean, I think bringing back Illuminor and Flott are like big priorities. And I love the Leo Chenal call. I thought he would have fetched a much bigger contract, but everything I'm reading, he's going to go like 10-ish, a little bit more, a little less.
Because linebackers not as valued.
No, for sure. But God knows the Giants have needed a linebacker for like a decade now. So like Okereke was supposed to be that answer.
Devin Lloyd.
Oh, bro, if the Giants could bring on Devin Lloyd, that would be nuts. Then we'd for sure have to say bye to Okereke.
As far as pending free agents go, that means one man is kind of left out.
Yep, and I think Giants fan 10 called it too. Yep.
I think that's Wandale. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And it's not even because he's not a good player. It's just he is replaceable. Like, it's like, it's kind of like blunt as that is to say. Like I also feel like we won't. I don't think we're gonna run as much slot.
Yeah, no.
As we do. I think it's going to be a lot more 12 personnel with 2 tight ends. That's why I think
for sure.
And Bellinger.
Yeah,
I think Bellinger is a must resign in my opinion.
Bellinger's on an expiring deal. Oh boy. I mean, either way, I think Bellinger's replaceable, but I know that's your guy.
But he's cheaper though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I'm saying like draft. I mean, I still think Thomas Fidone needs a fair shot. I'm like pissed that he didn't get on the field.
I mean, yeah, but
he can't be your tight end too. I know that, but like, you know, I want to see him out there. I think Charlie Kolar, if we can't bring back Belly, I think Kolar would make a lot of sense. You know, Ravens in house. He's got an expiring deal.
But I just like Belly for his him and Theo could both block and catch. Like I like that combination. That's true. You know what I'm saying? They
are designer tight ends. Yeah, I'm with you. And Giants fan 10 said the same thing. He's like, you know, Wandale holds back the Giants offense. You just need to be able to move neighbors around. And having every down slot guy hurts that. No, and it does. And like, look again, you get what's he 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10", like 5'9" slot receiver. Like you're not gonna. We're not gonna be like crying about it. And like Wandale had a great season, but he was also targeted like a ridiculous amount. Like he's a great route runner, but you don't build your franchise around, you know, Cole Beasley part 2. You know, and I love Wandale, but it's the truth.
It's just, and I always felt the same. I always felt that way about him when we drafted him because it was like, but that was like one of the first like what the fuck draft picks that
at top of the second round.
Like, yeah, I'm like, what?
That's a good receiver class too.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
I was
Joe
like,
Shane.
What?
Joe Shane masterclass right there. I'm with you. I think, you know, and again, he's probably, and like I can say pretty confidently, he's going to get overpaid. I think some team is going to like really see the numbers and think we got to get this guy on board. And I good for him. Like all power to Wandale. I'm going to keep rooting for him. But it's not going to be like when McKinney left, which hurt me more than Saquon. Where I think we're gonna like be really like missing him. I think it's kind of he's replaceable. And again, it's just like the targets. He just had a ton of targets.
Yeah. He's a slot merchant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and which I don't want to diminish his game because that's his game, but you know, and that was like always the prediction when we got a slightly more vertical offense that Wandale was gonna have a better season. So like it's not even a surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of like his role. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think when you look at it, it's like I could very much foresee a world though where non-Giants fans, pundits, you know, your ESPN, because they're always talking about the Giants either way. And I could see a world where it's neighbors and they let Wandale walk and they don't draft a wide receiver, and it's like these Giants, they got no weapons. I hate watching this team. Like that's gonna be the headlines for sure. That's something Giants fans got to get ready for.
that's why I do like the idea of Pierce, but I know he's gonna want like 20 million.
Yeah,
Like
and from what I just read, the Colts are pretty committed to bringing him back. I'm
are they
trying
gonna
to.
bring him back? Well,
Yeah, who are
that's
they? Like
that.
again, it's not a it's not a guarantee or anything. It just kind of seems like the Colts. The Colts, I think specifically, just kind of want to keep their talent in house right now. They're really sweating
They
it.
would want to. They don't have
Yeah,
much time. They don't really have much resources now to be letting people walk.
yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, they don't have draft picks. Yeah, they're stuck.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to just pull up the free agent like list.
The wide
Here.
receiver class is not.
Yeah,
is not,
that's what I'm trying to find here.
you know what I'm saying? Like one of the few people I was looking at was like maybe a Tyquan Thornton as a deep threat.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, Mike Evans is going to test the market. That's not going to happen, but obviously, he's a player. But yeah, there are guys. I mean, Dobbs, Calvin Austin. Even I like Calvin Austin. I'll bring Brandon Cooks on board.
That's pretty much Wandale.
Yeah, exactly. Christian Kirk's a free agent. Yeah, Tyquan Thornton you could get for cheap. So there are guys. Wandale in Kansas City would be awesome. Hell yeah.
I'd probably just take a shot on a later round receiver in the draft.
Yeah, that too. And, yeah.
So all right, here's my next question.
Yeah.
Where do you think in the pantheon of the quarterbacks do you think Dart will rank by the end of next season?
Oh, I like that. I like that question. I think okay, so let me get the hill going here. Because it gives me a better frame of reference. Because right now I'm putting Dart, and again, all biases included. I think right now I'm going Dart around 9 or 10 quarterbacks, like best quarterback, and that's all projection. Right, that's all projection. At this moment, he's not. At this moment, he's probably not the 9th best quarterback.
For me, I think he's in that 12 to 15 range. Yeah, sure. Like, but yeah, that's why. Cause see, that's kind of where I was leading that question towards. I do think he'll be like he can be looked at as a top 10 quarterback. Next season.
It's funny because a lot of articles will say. Sorry, not to interrupt you there, but a lot of articles will say like. The Giants, this is the year for them to figure out whether or not Jackson Dart's good. And I just don't like, I think we got it. Like, I think
yeah,
it's just overthinking it.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you from the preseason. And I normally don't even like give preseason that much. I was like, man, we might have something here. And I didn't feel that way about Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones, if anybody remember, had a really good preseason his rookie year too. But I never felt that way about Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw him in the preseason, I was like, why are we not starting him? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember at the time the talk was, well, Andrew Thomas isn't there. I'm like, dude, you can't. If that's your franchise quarterback, you can't not start him because your tackle's not there. Like, that's just like what we gonna do? Like, so if Thomas was to get hurt later in the season, what we gonna take Dart out now?
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
What are we doing?
What if Malik Neighbors misses the whole season? Then what? It's like, oh shit.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the guy. I feel like that's the guy. Like, we wasted 3 games with Russell Wilson. I mean, he gave us the Cowboys game, but we didn't even win it. So it's like,
dude, that game.
What was he doing? You know?
But yeah, and John put Jalen Naylor. I'd like that fit a lot. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. But
that'd be cool.
But to Dart, I think I feel like, look, again, the thing with Dart is like he might not be the best, but I'm not worried about us getting like a Bo Nix or like a a guy with that like very like low ceiling. Like I think the ceiling is just really high.
Right. He's really good at like a lot of the things that the successful quarterbacks in the league are good at.
Yeah,
like,
and I think
their escapability.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Throwing on the run,
and that's how you win. That's where quarterbacks are going. It's like being able to scramble, not as much move, but get the hell out of the pocket and not worry.
The most underrated thing about him, in my opinion, which I don't think nobody really looks at, even the sacks that he takes are like the best kind, because
even when he gets sacked, it looks good.
He moves up. He moves up in the pocket, so we don't lose that.
That's true. That's a really good point. Yeah.
If you go look up the stat, I think he was one of the people that lost the least yards on like the amount of sacks that he had or something like that. So like he do need to learn how to, kind of let some plays die to have a bigger chance for a bigger play.
No doubt. I think that's just young quarterbacks though.
Yes, exactly. That's the one thing I'm not gonna knock him for, is wanting to win. You know what I'm saying? Even though I did want them to tank those last 2 games, but in
a perfect world, Mendoza would have been cool to get a trade package for. But outside of that, I don't think the Giants would be at 2 would be like, we got to take Arvell Reese, we got to take Fano or Maui Go. I think at 5, if they go downs, it might be one of those blessing in disguise things, like how last year they couldn't go. They didn't have a Travis Hunter pick, so they took Abdul Carter.
It's overthinking. It's overthinking the positional value thing, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because it's not like we need a quarterback. It's not like we have, like, it's not like there's a top receiver that we missing out on at 5 4 down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no,
I really feel like
100%.
Downs is there is a slam dunk, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and I
saying?
want to ask you a question and everybody else in the chat too, because you guys know I don't watch that much college, and I'm really excited to talk about safeties because what I'm reading is Caleb Downs isn't just like a good prospect. He's like one of the best safeties. Like he's actually a generational prospect.
That's what I'm saying. If you could get that at 5 at any position, that is work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's been talked about since his freshman year in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? He's been one of those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Arch Manning damn near for safeties. Like
right.
he's been talked about since he came into, or like Ryan Williams and
we knew about him in high school. Yeah,
one of them type of guys. So like I really just feel like that the whole positional value thing is just over talked about in this situation because it's at a spot that we need. Like if we would have had a Caleb Downs on our team last year, we wouldn't have blown.
That would have changed everything. You're completely right. That's like a 4 or 5 game swing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and like I said, he's one of those people that you could use as a chess piece on the board, kind of like Emmanuel Worry for the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? You could put him at different spots on the field, and having somebody like that and Carter and Burns, it's just like you adding up blue chips to a point where it's like you can't coach this team you can't coach this lineup to be bad at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, and that's what got me about last season.
Idiot.
Yeah, no, seriously, Denard better he better not fuck it. But like, that's the thing that got me about last season because you got all this talent up front, but the problem is every defense was like, all right, we'll just do quick passes because the secondary is not gonna be able to cover. So I think getting guys like Downs to get, like kind of help out that middle of the field, and then just kind of improving that secondary, scheming things a little bit differently. It'll make obviously the pass rush better because there was no such thing as a coverage sack with the 2025 New York Giants. It just I said it a million times on stream, but second and long, third and long was like a gimme almost. Like we just couldn't handle
bro,
them.
It was so. It was like they had us right where they wanted us on some shit. I'm like, what the hell? But 17, and then getting it like it's not on screens.
Yeah, no, on screens, like slants. It's like the middle of the field is uncovered, and Shane Bowen's just sitting there with his hands on his hips. I think the only position in the modern NFL should be wary is running back. Yeah, no, running back. That's why I'm kind of like I don't know about Jeremiah Love in the top 10, but I'm with you again. It's like other than running back, it's like safeties win games. Safeties help win games. I mean, Seattle's secondary was insane this year. Like the rate and like again, I think the more time goes on, the more confident I will be. It is going to be Downs at 5 because you have like. It just feels like a perfect fit, John Harbaugh with his Kyle Hamilton replacement, who, from everything I'm hearing, you guys say he could be much better than Kyle Hamilton. So like,
unless Reese falls, if Reese falls, that would be nuts.
I
would love that too. I wouldn't be bad.
That would be nuts.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. Like if it's like I said, if it's for me, it's Downs, Mawago, Reese actually Downs, Mawago, and Wild, and honestly, besides that, I'd probably rather trade down. But if we don't, like Sonny Styles, Lennon,
if we can trade down and get Tyson, Styles or a receiver, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but I'm with you. I think it's going to be a good offseason. I think and it seems pretty not obvious, but like pretty linear. Just the Giants moves, it's like cut X people that we can pay other people. It feels like all the needs the Giants have. Like the Giants aren't going to take many big swings this free agency, I hope, and it's going to be very like low key guys, and you can kind of just build around that. Like guys like Leo Chenal, guys like I'm forgetting. I think Brandon Roberts. I think that's his name, the D tackle for the Broncos. He's going to be on free agency. So just guys like that. What?
Franklin Myers.
Maybe that's it. It could be. It's Franklin Myers. You're right. Yeah, name's not my strong suit.
Yeah, I
think his athletic profile is better than Hamilton in addition to his instincts and recognition skills Hamilton had as a prospect. There you go. There you go. So it sounds like you get Caleb Downs. I mean, Giants fans are hilarious. It's like we're fired up for a safety. We're ready to go. Like it's February. We're ready to go.
If it's that type of player, I want him.
Yeah.
And find out Ed Reed. I'm not going to be mad at that at all.
He'll be there too. It's a gimme. I saw it in a mock. It's like if Caleb Downs is there, the Giants should take him at 5. He'll be there. He's not going. All the teams ahead of the Giants, like they should be worrying about positional value. Like imagine if the Titans took Caleb Downs. It's like you need a lot more than a safety for that to work in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
What does Tennessee do at 4? Does Tennessee go for a receiver?
I think they just take the best pass rusher. I like Ruben Bain there a lot. I think you get Ruben Bain and Jeffrey Simmons, just have like a mean couple of guys in that pass rush, just like mean athletes. I think, but again, Titans got to go best player available. So if they like,
so you think,
yeah.
So what you think they go receiver in the free agency, or maybe trade for one?
Yeah, I mean, they could go a couple. They should trade for AJ Brown. Now, they could go a couple of ways, but I think I don't know.
I mean, they could have AJ Brown.
They could for like a 2. That'd be hilarious. But like, I guess I just don't. You know, the more I think about it, the more I just don't see a receiver going in the top 4 of this class. I think if there was like a true like #1 blue chip guy that was head and shoulders above the rest, then they'd look at it. Yeah. But I just don't. I don't see Tate as a top 5 prospect from what I've seen. I haven't watched much like tape on it, but I just haven't heard much about it.
Honestly, like I see. When I watch Tate's
Titans trade for Jordan Addison,
I see a bit of a souped up version of Slayton, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Honestly.
Hell, maybe the Titans can trade for Darius Slayton. They want him.
but way better hand, but way more trusted hands. Like,
yeah.
Because the way he runs routes reminds me a lot of Slayton, and he don't really have like a lot of wiggle, but he has breakaway speed, especially at his catch.
I mean, hell, Slayton with hands, that's a good receiver. That is a good NFL wide receiver, but I hear you.
That's the reason why we never gave up on Slayton, because goddamn, he does get open.
Yeah, he gets open.
That's just shit.
Yeah, man. He's got to get work with the jugs machine. Yeah, if Slayton could be good, this offense could be so lethal. But I agree with you. Run first, address the tight end, and I'm with you. I just think Maui Goa, he probably won't be there. It feels very likely he'll go to the Cardinals at 3, but then the Cardinals could take Fano. So I think it's just kind of looking at your board and just kind of having a pretty set order. But it makes sense. You know, picking at 5 is a good place to be. I wish we had our 3rd round pick, but you know, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to get Dart.
We got Dart.
Right.
So I honestly feel like this offense will really like benefit if we just spam Malik Neighbors and Scat till they figured it out.
yeah, seriously. And they
don't get hurt. Like, because that's gonna be a filthy Then like you said, Tyrone Tracy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's why
my guy.
That's why I do want a third. I do want a third running back, because I kind of think we could let Devin Singletary walk. But I
hope so. I think that's a pretty obvious. I mean, I think that's a pretty obvious cut. I hope so. I mean, but you could always draft a 3rd running back. You know, that's very like you get running backs 5th or 6th round. Yeah. You know, that's what the Giants have been doing. Yeah. They got Scat in the 4th, Tracy in the 6th. I think
Tracy was the 5th or something like that, 5th or 6th, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was mainly because he was freaking a hybrid player, wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver, running back. It's like, why have a running back that can catch? What's even the point of that? It's like, I'm glad we got him. He was definitely one of my guys. I'm like, ooh, that would be nice if we got him in the draft. I was fired up. It's always good taking a skill position player late in the draft. That's always like a fun shot. That's me with Thomas Fidone. I want like this tall, big motherfucker to like actually get out there and start catching passes.
I mean, I definitely would like him in the red zone and stuff like that. But that's like, he definitely tight end 3 at best right now. Though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
If we keep Bellinger.
Right. But yeah, there's options. I keep projecting Charlie Kolar, but again, Bellinger, they're interchangeable, blockable tight ends that can catch.
I do like Sadiq in the draft, because everyone keeps trying to mock Likely to us. That's not happening, because Likely does not like. He was on the get Harbaugh out of here train. So
yeah,
I know he's not coming to us. So when I look at Sadiq, I see a lot of Likely in him. So if that's what we want, if that's what y'all looking for, he's there in the draft.
I saw him get mocked to the Eagles, which would be annoying.
It
would make sense, but it'd be annoying.
That sounds like something Howie would do.
Tate's awesome, but he happens to be in a class with Fano, Downs, Mendoza, Reese, Bailey. I feel like that's just normal guys though in a class, right? I feel like in Bain, I feel like that's just like every class has top guys. Like Tate is awesome. Yeah. He's just not a top 8 guy, which is fair.
Like in another draft, the last couple of drafts, he's probably like wide receiver 7. You know what I'm saying?
That's like, hey, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I feel like some might.
I don't know,
who else was there? There was Neighbors. There was
Neighbors. There's JSN. There's freaking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
I'm forgetting last year's draft. Like
last
there wasn't
year,
like a top guy, right?
trying to think of last year draft.
He was on the call. It's Jarv. We got Jarvicious in the call, James.
Was
Hunter's
Pook
hotline.
was Pook 24? Pook was 24, right?
Who?
Puka.
Oh,
Puka.
Puka? I mean, yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, he was like a 6th-round pick. We're talking prospect here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But
I know.
he was.
I'm
I think he
really
was 20.
I'm
I
really
think he was
just thinking about
23.
the best receivers right now. Oh, damn.
Hell, what about Lad? Is it like you got Lad?
No, I
Yeah.
think Tate is a higher prospect than Lad.
Yeah.
But I did like Lad coming out of that draft.
Yeah,
though.
Lad was fun. I couldn't believe he fell to the round 2. No, I'm with you though, all the way. I think, in another class, he'd be. I think he's a good receiver, right? But like that's the thing. And then you got Tyson's injury prone, Lemon's smaller, so you get like everyone's got like that big caveat. So it's like you may as well just sit and take your top guy.
I think Tyson is probably the best pure talent out of them all. It's really just the injuries. Yeah. That's like the thing about him. But I think, like I said in the chat before, I think Lemon is going to be like the JSN or Puka out of those three.
Yeah, like Giants fan 10 just put T. Higgins upside to him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Higgins. I can see Higgins.
Yeah.
But like Slayton's kind of like my floor for him. You know what I'm saying? Like as a player.
Yeah, Slayton's definitely an interchangeable archtype. Just like, Higgins, Speedy can't catch.
I see a bit of Higgins. I see a bit of Pickens in him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Wow. Yeah. All right. Those are guys for sure. And yeah, man. So I guess the last thing I'll close with here is just non-Giants talk, since you brought up George Pickens. What do you think happens there? What do you think? Because they're going to tag him most likely.
I think the Cowboys are going to keep him.
You think they're going to get a deal done?
They're going to run it back. Oh, you think so? You think he's gonna hold out if they franchise tag him?
I think he should. He should. This is the time for him to cash in. Like, he's not gonna have a better season than he did last year. He's just not. Like, CD was hurt. Like, I love George, but like the opportunities were there last year in a way they probably won't be this year.
I think they're gonna work a deal with him, and if that can't get it done by this year, I think they might cut that contract, bro. Honestly.
Yeah,
they're gonna run it back for one more year, see what they can do, and because Dak is gonna be hitting for like at least 70+ mil.
Yeah, Dak's gonna start really kicking in.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait. So, the Cowboys. James is here too. I can't wait. The Cowboys are gonna fall apart. I can't wait.
Hey man, that's why I can see them trying to get a quarterback in the draft.
What, the Cowboys?
Like just at the as a mid-round guy. Or second round guy, maybe maybe with the second pick. You never know. Because you have to be looking ahead to that Dak contract. Because that's gonna eat y'all alive.
Well, they didn't pay Dak to trade him though. I mean, I think that's like he is the Dallas Cowboys.
I feel like if you want to keep a lot of your best players at a certain point, like Dak is gonna be like 36, 37, like at a certain point, how much.
No way. I don't think he's going to be 37. I got to look this up.
He's getting more expensive the older he gets.
He is getting more expensive. He's 32, though. There's a little bit of time between now and then.
Okay. So
Louisiana man, by the way. There you go. Drew Aller to Dallas. That's a good fit. I like that.
I rock with Dak out of Mississippi State. He just had to become a Cowboy.
Yeah.
But no, so
I hear you.
But no, I don't think he's seeing that contract through though. Wow. I don't think he's seeing that contract through.
I mean, it's an expensive deal. I had over the cap pulled up. It's an expensive deal for sure. But I mean, I think if there's anyone they got to keep, it's Dak. But they were so hesitant to pay him.
But this season, that's why I say this season is gonna make a
damn
season.
Bro.
Like they're gonna see how far they can get with Lamb and Pickens again. You know what I'm saying? With a better defense.
Yeah.
And because honestly, the way I'm looking at it right now, I think the Cowboys should be the favorites to win the division next year. Should be.
Wow, over Philly.
I don't like what Philly headed right now because I honestly think they could be looking at a bit of a slide back. But we'll see.
Yeah, the contracts are starting to kick in. They're starting to lose some players. Jalen Phillips.
It's another coordinator turnover. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like the locker room things are gonna end up starting imploding on itself, especially if they keep AJ Brown.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm not saying they're gonna be bad next year, but I do think Dallas.
Nice.
I kind of like what Dallas. I think Dallas could win the division over Philly next year.
Yeah, no, it's definitely possible. I mean, hell, I'm not going to bet against us either. But you're right about Dak.
No, I'm just
74 against the cap next year.
I'm still waiting to see what we do in the offseason for me to fully declare how.
Fair enough. Yeah, let's make sure Joe Shane doesn't mess it all up.
Hey, but from what I'm hearing, this is mostly hardball right now.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's your guy. You're all fired up when we hired him. I remember.
Oh, Harbaugh, yeah,
that's your guy.
Dude, like I ain't gonna lie, probably like I want to say like the day that Luke kicked that field goal, I was like, no, because I had a feeling like he's gonna get fired and Giants is gonna be like the number one candidate to get him. I'm like, no.
I think it's gonna work out. I hope so. What I'll say is if a guy like Mike McCarthy or Mike Tomlin came on, I don't think they would do like organizational like restructuring like Harbaugh's doing. And if nothing else, I think the Giants just needed an actual reset. Not McCarthy. I don't think McCarthy had it in him. Maybe. But then again, Tomlin. I think Tomlin's done.
I told you, I don't know. I'm putting it. Matter of fact, since we putting takes on record today, Effort Friday.
Yeah, Effort Friday.
I said, Tomlin is just taking a year off. Philly is gonna implode in a way that is irredeemable, and they're gonna fire Nick Sirianni and pick up Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
I'm telling y'all, it's the story. Tomlin and Harbaugh back in the NFC East going against each other. Philly from Pittsburgh to Philly.
That does write itself.
I can see it, man.
That's script writers right there.
Come back to this video when it happens. I'm telling you.
Love it. I love it. No, I mean, look, that would be crazy. That would be nuts. I
can see it.
It's possible.
I really feel like that's what he. Now I can't see him doing TV and like just falling in love with it and being like, you know what, forget coaching. I can't see that happening too.
What channel do you think Tomlin would go to? What channel do you think fits him the best? I feel like CBS feels Tomlin, kind of under the radar, but still there.
And Steelers games was always on Sunday night too, so
that's true.
Kind of feel right.
Yeah.
It kind of feel. That feels fine. I was gonna say Fox Sports, but
I feel like Fox Sports is too like casual. Like you got Gronk out there like doing skits. You got like all those other guys, like Terry. I can't believe Terry Bradshaw is still doing his job at like 70. Like I can't believe that.
Hey man, he keeping it pushing though.
Yeah, he is,
man. He still ain't really lost too much of a step neither.
That's true. I mean, he rips on the Giants, but he hasn't lost a step. You're right. Oh man, but you were right about Dak. Like I said, 74 mil. So that's a good call on you. I cannot believe how much his contract's kicking in, and they can't even defer it anymore because it's got 74, 68, and 78 for the next 3 years. So Cowboys are in trouble. And then but 2029 void year, so they don't have to pay him after that. At age 36, they could just move on, and by then they could grab a quarterback.
Okay. See, hey, I wasn't that far off.
You weren't.
Said 37.
Yeah, you weren't. 36. Yeah, you said 36, 37. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a difference between moving on and then the contract is running out. Like I feel like moving on, like you're trading. I think this was all intention. So we'll see. But the Cowboys are real fun to watch. I have no idea what's going to happen over there.
They got a lot of money that they got to spend right now. They got to have to Michael Parsons somebody else.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, they're gonna have to Michael Parsons somebody else. Oh, pretty much. Shoot. But yeah, Jarv, this was fun. I appreciate you popping into the hotline, and
already.
Man, and I'm excited next Friday.
I'm not as contentious as I come off. The
YouTube chat makes everyone seem contentious. No, we've talked before though. I know it's game is game, and we have different opinions around here. That's the way to do it. Hell yeah, Jarv. We'll have a kick-ass rest of your Friday.
For sure. I'm about to go get ready for work.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'll catch you next week. Go Giants.
All right, bro.
See you, man.
Go Giants. Big Blue.
Big Blue. Hell yeah. So that was Jarv in Hunna's hotline. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And the chat kind of slowed down. We got Calico Cat here. What's up? Why is the chat? Oh, there it is. We got Calico Cat here. What's up? Hey. But we'll call with the hotline there for this morning. But this was fun. This is cool. It's always nice, interacting and chatting with people, not just talking to a wall. That's always, it's a little bit easier. Everyone, you guys know so much about sports too. Even Calico Cat, who says sports isn't even their thing. But yeah. So Cowboys are screwed. Cowboys are in trouble. We know that. What else is going on in the sport? Like, again, there's just not much news. I was going to cover this WNBA thing, Basically, they want the league to pay for housing, and they want like a bigger share of the revenue, which is fair, except the WNBA came out and said it would lose them hundreds of millions of dollars, which I find hard to believe. Just because I don't believe the money's there. Hundreds of millions of dollars, and effectively destroy the league. So that is a response. Yeah, the players, let me pull this up. Nope, every time. The players union, you guys probably don't care about this, but yeah, include a salary cap of $5 million. Wow, that's pretty hefty. Players Association's latest proposal remains unrealistic and would cause hundreds of millions of dollars of losses for our teams. I don't even know how that's possible. There's like 14 teams. I don't even know where'd they get hundreds of millions of dollars? Whatever, man. The league has suggested only players on minimum contracts or with 0 years of service be provided housing only through 2028. And Adam Silver is involved in this, so there you go. WNBA president said on a podcast she was surprised by those remarks, given that the union had waited more than 6 years to respond to its latest proposal. Wait, what? We need now to move forward in the next level sense of urgency. Adam Silver's such a two-faced dweeb. We're not screwed. All right, James. Let's not get too excited here. Sorry, move over. It's Giants time. That's the vibe. Talking to Jarv, another Giants fan, I'm like, they're not making too much profit. I can't imagine they are. I can't imagine hundreds of millions of dollars. But talking to a Giants fan just makes me feel more and more confident that this is our year, fellas. Watch out. Watch out for the New York Football Giants. But yeah, look, I like the WNBA, and I think we'll cover it when the season starts, but like very not too closely. But I just find it hard to believe there's this much money funneling in and out to the point where owners will lose hundreds of millions of dollars. But who knows? I think the crux of it is just players want bigger contracts, which is fair. I mean, the salary cap's $5 million. Like, come on. The union proposed 10 million and then dropped that to 9.5. So they're a little far apart. They're $4 million over the cap. Still lists Quessy's Vikings GM. Talk about outdated. Do the Vikings find a new GM? Who is the Vikings' new GM? Restructure potential. How have I not clicked on this tool before? Boy, the Titans got money. The Giants do not. The Titans have a lot of money. Holy hell. Okay, Vikings new GM. Have they found one? Rob Brzezinski. Wow, I literally did not know. Oh, they do not have a permanent general manager. Rob Brzezinski, they don't have one. Coming to talk about basketball sounds like a fun time. Thank you, Calico. I mean, look, I could easily talk about the NBA, Dak. I could easily talk about the NBA, but easily. I could talk about the NBA, just not be good at it. Interim GM is our cap guy. Oh, I see. Still interim. Geez, Vikings are really going into the draft season without a GM. Okay. Are there a lot of GM vacancies? I feel like that's kind of a new thing. It's got to be, right? There it is. Whoops. There we go. I gotta just move tabs here. We aren't looking for a GM until after the draft. That's why people are saying KOC is running the draft. All right, well, here we go then. Here we go. All right, KOC, do or die. I feel like he's kind of on the hot seat now. I feel like KOC is pretty close. Let's see, is there any NFL news? Seahawks sale to be wide open process. Okay, cool. Okay, can I click on the X? Michael Penix is not for sure the starting quarterback. There's nothing to talk about in the football world. The Falcons are unsure about Michael Penix. Breaking news. Oh boy. I mean, I went hard by wide receiver 6 or wide receiver 7. I type maybe 3 behind Tet and Ibuka. Tet, that's who. I'd probably have, I'd have him behind Tet as well. And Tet went, what, 8, 9? In a better class, I'd say. So again, yeah. Top 5, maybe wide receiver over the past couple seasons. Just as a prospect. But yeah, Jarvis walking back his take. Man. Yeah, no. Cut candidates. Browns promote defensive assistants. NBA going to address Mayor Vi's draft lottery. Yeah, Adam Silver said changes will be coming to tanking. So there you go. Possibilities include freezing the lottery odds at the trade deadline. That's interesting. Preventing teams from picking in the bottom or picking in the top 4 for consecutive years. I like that. Preventing teams from picking in the top 4 the year after making it to the conference finals. I feel like that should already be a rule, but whatever. Determining lottery odds based on combined record over 2 seasons. That's interesting. I like that. Extending the lottery to include play-in teams. Okay. And flattening the odds overall. None of these will eliminate tanking, though. What would be the solution to tanking that I would come up with? It's tough. It's so funny the NBA has a draft lottery. It's so funny. I mean, tanking's for losers. We know. I mean, that's how we feel around here. But in basketball, it works a lot better. Tastes better than Tet and Ibuka. I'd probably give him. From what I've heard, I'd probably put Tet between them. But hey, fair enough. Hunnaball fixes tanking. I think you gotta just. I mean, for one, shorten the season, obviously, but that's not going to happen. Because if you shorten the season, then the games mean more, in which case tanking is less, impactful. But I liked Bill Simmons' idea of like taking money away from teams who fall below a certain wins threshold and or refunding season ticket owners. I think that's a better, more fair thing to do. But these are more realistic solutions. And I think, just put it simply, I think can't have top 4 picks, top 5 picks in back-to-back seasons. I think that's a very simple and easy thing to implement. I like that a lot. I also don't think at NBA, I said it wouldn't work in football, the ironic bowl where teams play like extra games to like determine draft order. I think that would work in the NBA if they structured it properly and had like some sort of tournaments, for teams that are really about it. Make them play a tournament where the winner gets number 1 pick. Yeah, see, that's Jarv. That's what Jarv's saying. There you go. That's what I'm saying. You get the bottom 5 or 6 teams, but then again, you'd probably be tanking for the tournament so you can get into that bottom 5 or 6, and then you try to win it. But again, it's basketball. Anything can happen. If you make it like the in-season tournament where it's like you win once, then you're like single elimination round robin. Like I think that's good. Anything can happen in basketball. So. It's tough not to get romantic about basketball. So I think that's an interesting one. They should do a composite of your last 2 to 3 years to decide lotto odds. Okay, that's simple. That's another one they threw up on this PFT article. Like, yeah, there are solutions. I just hope something is done. I hope something is done. Again, though, my bigger issue with the NBA, it will definitely be records and analytics. Not records, my bad. Game totals and analytics. I think game totals are just too high and they won't reduce it, but they should. It's a better long-term investment. We very well could be talking about the NBA and how it's a total snooze waste of a league in 5 to 10 years if they don't reduce these seasons and everybody gets hurt. Just saying. And I also think analytics suck. I'll bring back the mid-range jump shot. Imagine hitting the game winner in your championship and the prize is to draft your potential replacement. That does bring in some interesting storylines. That would be hilarious. If a team needs to tank 3 straight years to get anything, then at that point, let them have it, man. At that point, let them have it, man. They need it. The Sacramento Kings need our help, guys. Oh, boy. I also think they need to do more rigid punishments for, like, specific tanking. For example, what the Jazz did. The Jazz are now sitting their best players in the 4th quarter to try and lose more. If I yawn again, I'm going to freak out. But they're sitting their players in the 4th quarter to try and lose more, which is not great for the game. Objectively trying to lose. Could you imagine if a football team did that? That's what I said. Tanking cannot. I know I called it tanking is for losers. Tanking can't even happen in pro football. Like, could you imagine sitting like a bunch of starters just because you want to lose the game? No way, no how. I don't think any sports leagues that will reduce games we've gone too far. Well, I don't think a lot need to. I do miss 16. Not even because, like, more football is better, but I do miss 16 because the records were just so much cleaner. 8-8, you can get a 500 record. 8-8, 9-7, 10-6. Like, you guys get it. Like, it just felt like a very nice, like, threshold. 4-12, 3-13. Just all the records made sense. I'm listing all the Giants records. Notice how I didn't go very far up. But, like, 17, it just is a wonky number, but that's just an adjustment. It's like the kickoff thing. It's like you just got to adjust. But the Jazz have tried the ethical tank thing for years now and have gotten punished for it. What, because of the lottery? The fact that the Mavs got Cooper Flag sucks. I'm on board with 18 games in the NFL, only if we get 2 bye weeks, mainly because I miss 500 teams. That would be great. That would be great. Gosh, can you imagine 2 bye weeks too? That bye weeks are some of my favorite weeks of the season. I don't have to watch my stupid Giants lose. So I'm with you. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that's a really good solution and pushes the season back a week. So almost always the day after the Super Bowl is President's Day, which would be a day off. Thus, you know, kind of making President's Day an important holiday, as it's really not one right now, in my opinion. I could give a shit about President's Day. I'm sorry. We need a 20-game NFL schedule. Whoa, that might be a bit rich. That might be a bit rich. They're putting out rosters with young players, just letting them figure out, and got actively punished for it because they've never been able to get one of the better prospects. Right. Right. So the Jazz say no more. No more. Oh boy, Utah Jazz are in a funny spot. But they have Markkanen and Jaren Jackson now. I wish the Lakers got Jaren Jackson, but of course not. Remember that gimmicky speech, first 20, 30 games of the year, Jazz would be like a borderline playoff team, then would fall off and end up with like the 6th pick. That is true. They tried their best. Yeah, the Jazz, yeah. I feel like they kind of did that this year too, except they just like very much gave up. No bias, half the schedule's in Riyadh. Put all the schedule in Riyadh. The Super Bowl. Can we say, if we send anything to Riyadh, can it be the Pro Bowl? Actually, please, no, don't even. I shouldn't even be asking for that. I shouldn't even be asking for that. Keep the New York Giants out of Riyadh. The last thing I would want is someone to get detained, and it becomes a whole thing. Someone get detained, or someone's rubbing elbows with the wrong guy. I don't know, man. It just seems like a dangerous game. Maybe that's racist of me to say, but still. Super Bowl always in Riyadh as well. That would suck. Imagine a Super Bowl at like, gosh, if the Super Bowl is at 3 o'clock right now, 3 o'clock West, it would be at like 11. And it would be like 1 o'clock in the morning over there. They wouldn't even, I don't think that'll happen though. I don't think the football market's big enough over there, at least not yet. Football, that is the thing, for better or for worse, football is America's thing. Like outside of the domestic US, the Super Bowl actually doesn't get much views. I told someone that the Tour de France, I don't even know why I corrected myself there, gets more views than the Super Bowl. And they were like, no, it doesn't. And it's like not even close. It's not even close. So I love, it feels weird saying it, but I love how Americanized football, like, and American football is. It's our thing. Leave it here. You could take baseball if you want. Go ahead. Take baseball. Hey, baseball, we're good. We have the NFL now. They even got odds for teams being able to out-tank the GOATs of losing, like Charlotte. Well, Charlotte's for real this year, though. But yeah, the GOATs of losing. That's a great way to put it. The Australian game's in the middle of the week next year. That's crazy. In week 1, too, it's going to be a Wednesday. We're going to be doing a Wednesday stream. And it's probably going to be like kind of early. A Wednesday, because the next year we're doing watch-along streams the whole time. I had so much fun watching playoff games like with chat. So next year, my whole thing was like, I want to be able to watch football at like a bar or at like a buddy's house. And now I'm like, I don't care. I'd rather just stream. Don't feel like you got to join every single one, but you know, we'll be here. So if you got nothing to do, pop into the Hunnaball stream during NFL Sundays and any other time there's football. If there's football, there's Hunnaball. You can take that to the bank. Yeah, for real, because they got to tank like 6 straight years. But now they're feeling it. Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball. Oh my God, did you guys hear about LaMelo Ball? This is not like a funny headline. LaMelo Ball like hit a guy like with his car. But I'm not laughing. Hold on. I hope you guys have seen this video. Is this the one? I think this is the one. If it'll load. Yes, this is the one. Look at this. Look at this. Bro, dude just peels out. Okay, they cut the best part. Okay, this is just him driving out. But you can see he very, like, frequently runs red lights, basically. Frequently runs red lights on this turn. Like, just goes around. Like it's GTA. So, shocker, he hit a guy. And not only did he hit a guy, this was after someone came up to his car for an autograph. They ran over the kid's foot. So, LaMelo's in 2 different lawsuits right now for hitting people with his car. And it's not a surprise when you see him leave the stadium like this. Nice cars, I gotta say. Nice whips, but... Oh, man. Sounds fun. Running red lights. Baby Keem was pretty good. It hit harder during the album listening stream than the studio version, TBH. Ah, I see. I see. LeVar Ball's like the best, worst dad of all time. It's a great way to put it. It's a great way to put it. Running Red Lights does sound fun. I'll check out the Baby Keem album. But yeah, so LaMelo Ball is in court. If you want a payday, just go to a Hornets game and just like walk in front of LaMelo's car. It's a bad intrusive thought I have, but sometimes I'll be crossing the street going into a grocery store and like a car's going and I just walk in front of him because like a part of me in my head's just like, I dare you. I dare you to hit me. I will take it on the chin and sue you for everything you got. I dare you to hit me with your car. I used to work, I'm not gonna, this is not a long story, but I used to work at a department store, Nordstrom, and which I don't know if you guys have that where you are. It's like Dillard's, Bloomingdale's. I'm sure you guys know what Nordstrom is, and Macy's, etc. Fuck Macy's though. And I would do order pickup, and it was kind of not after, pretty decently after COVID, like a couple years. But the thing was, a lot of people were like, I don't want to go inside. I'm just going to get in my car. And I was doing customer service. So I would do orders. So someone would buy a shirt and then we would bag it, put a tag on it, sticker, and then walk it out to the car. Curbside pickup was what it was called, right? And with that, I had to cross the street with like very little view from like cars, and there's like a wall. So cars couldn't see me and I couldn't really see cars. So I very much thought like odds are I'm gonna get hit once or twice. And I almost did a couple of times. And I was just waiting for the day to get just smashed by a car and then just walk into the building just all bloody and like my name tag off, disheveled, and just like, Nordstrom, I'm out of here. I'm gonna find a lawyer. Your ass is getting sued. So there you go. Oh no, you watching football on stream. Oh, there you go. They're talking about running red lights. All right, hell yeah. Yeah, pop in. Pop in, Calico Cat. If there's football, there's Hunnaball. It's my favorite thing to say. But yeah, so word of advice, if you get hit by a car, make sure to get their info and, you know, find legal representation. Sweet James. That's an LA thing. What else? Larry Myers or whatever. Harry and Myers, that one YouTuber injury lawyer. That's what people do. I'm not. This is probably a dangerous thing for me to advocate for. The camera froze again. Come on, man. That's 3 times this stream. That's 3 times this stream. I gotta cancel it. I gotta return this dummy battery like right now, today. I gotta get that done. Do that right after stream. Kind of playing with his life, bro. Dude, look. This is I'm the guy that thinks I could tackle an elephant. I'm pretty confident. Look, I'm stacked. I'm pretty built. And like, you guys know, I'm pretty injury prone, but if I'm not landing on my head, I can take a rib shot. I can take a bum shoulder, an arm, whatever. I think if a car hits me at 30 mph, I'll just walk it off. I could shake it off. In fact, hold on. Let me see if I have this video in my Instagram saved. I definitely do. Hold on. I gotta find this. I gotta show this video. We'll call it for the stream, but by the way, I deleted Instagram, so this is the first time I've been on Instagram in like a few weeks. So you're witnessing history. I better find this video. It may have been on Twitter. Oh boy. Oh man, I may not have it. Oh damn it. I'm not gonna take too long looking for this. Here it is. Found it. Found it. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look. This is how I would react, I think. Bang. You take it, and then you land. And then he sticks to landing. Look at this. Is this not the most impressive thing you've seen in your whole life? Gets a hit, right, and then sticks to landing. Windshield breaks. Guy could say that he has like a broken rib. He could make anything up. Emotional distress. Look at this. Is this not the dream scenario? Get hit by a car and then stick the landing. You're telling me that guy's not okay. It's all about how you land. The road's gonna... Yeah, no, I agree. Look, that's... If you're anticipating it and you take the shoulder and then you just stick the landing, that's gymnastics right there. Drop a like if you haven't already. I advocate to get hit by cars. I'm almost certain this happened in LA, by the way. This is like for sure happened in LA. I've almost rolled a couple of people driving in LA. I'll tell you, dude, the crosswalks do not protect people pretty well. That's never fun. Almost hitting a guy while you're driving. Because then they could, you know, sue you, and that's not as fun. So yeah, Hunnaball is pro extortion. Take that to the bank. Or a retained. See? See? Or a retained. Or a multiplied. One last time. There it is. There it is. I mean, the Prius slowing down helped a lot. If the Prius kept gassing it, that guy's not making it. But still. Anyway, you guys get the point. But yeah, guys. So drop a like if you haven't already. This has been F It Friday. And, you know, have a kick-ass Friday. We won't be streaming Saturday. I'm working on a video. And, but Sunday night, we're doing our... I'm going to keep this Sunday night streak going until the world blows up. Streaming every Sunday night until the wheels fall off. Until the PC breaks. Until the camera freezes. Oh, geez. Hopefully by then I will have shaved this ridiculous stubble. I look like the Wolf Man. But, yeah. And if you're near a Chick-fil-A and you know, like supporting them, which if you don't, that's fair. But if you like supporting Chick-fil-A, download the app, get a free chicken biscuit. I got it yesterday. I might go back today. I'm just gonna make another account. Who cares? Make another account. Another Chick-fil-A biscuit. Yeah, I'd like 2 actually. But yeah, so take advantage of that. It's a good deal. And yeah, this has been F It Friday. Just real quick summary of my takes in case I forget, or in case you forgot. Texans have become underrated, including especially CJ Stroud. Movie theater previews are a waste of time. The 49ers will pick in the top 10 next year. Umbrellas are dumb if you don't live in a rainy city. The Browns will take the AFC North. Apple CarPlay should be eviscerated and not a thing. The Vikings need to stick with JJ McCarthy. Pop-Tarts are overrated and bad now. Tua is a Mossad agent and better than Kyler Murray, and Giants win the Super Bowl. That is that. But yes, I'll see you fellas on Sunday, hopefully, and have a nice weekend. Hunna car accident.